You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another, I think, episode 713 of the TADPOG
We'll see.
podcast.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
if there's like a joke that doesn't land, it'll be 17.
yeah, that sounds fair.
713. Fuck it.
17.
It's definitely 713 now. It could be episode 17. Yeah, fuck it. What's the original episode 17? I don't know.
17.
Lost Vikings or some shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
17, is that what you said?
17.
Yeah.
I like that.
Tyler and Dave and Ian play old games. So this week, we're excited. We're excited to be talking about the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions. I'd look at it 3 different times.
Yeah, it's a great name, isn't it? Great name for a video game.
I can't wait to talk about it because
I have a
I've got a
bunch.
lot of really cool things to say about it.
Yeah, I have
this
a lot
game.
to say about
I
the
do
game.
too.
Yeah.
And we brought on, of course, the most preeminent bowler we know to talk about it, Captain Gundner, John Turley. Welcome back, my friend.
Hey, John.
What's
Good to
up,
see you
guys?
again.
I'm glad you've been here the whole
too.
time.
You too. Yeah, totally.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely have. I've really, just got here.
And boy, are my arms tired. 713. That's fine.
713B. 713B.
713B.
I'm Cuban, B.
So before we do a deep dive into the
bee.
world of Brunswick, what you guys been up to this week?
Well, John and I got some good news at work the other day, but I'm not going to go into the details. Suffice it to say, we got some pretty good news at work the other day.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm excied about it.
I can't go
You
into
sound
the
like it.
I'm
details.
about to say, yeah. I'm very excited about it.
No,
I'm
I
sedated
am.
about it.
Daria Morgendorfer, are very excited about that.
No,
I endorse this
I really
entire
am, though. I know I didn't sound really psyched about it, but
Good.
There's
That's-
just a change in the dynamic of the way that John's job and my job intersect.
Is he in
Yeah.
receiving now, or
Yeah, he is. I'm shipping and he's receiving.
I've really always been in receiving at that job.
Same.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Bird
that
at
was
bottom, I know.
that was fun.
Oh, receiving.
Hopefully before too long we'll be able to fully say what we're referring to.
Okay.
But that was just a highlight of the week for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I went into John's office and we high-fived and hugged a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was a good moment. So, and a lot of our coworkers and peers are excited about it as well. So, yeah, fun stuff, good stuff.
Hell yeah.
hell yeah?
Also, I want to shout out to Bubba Drewski. I mentioned offhandedly a few episodes ago that my old friend John Turley casually brought up the fact that he had my old gaming rig at his house and did I want it back? And with a very enthusiastic hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got it back. Sans power supply. So Bubba Drewski so kindly messaged me on our Discord, bit.ly/TADPOG Discord, and said, hey, I got a power supply you can have. So he sent me a power supply for simply the cost of shipping it to me from his location. Thank you. That was
You are the
extremely
fucking man.
generous.
Yeah, Bubba Drewski's awesome.
That's extremely generous of you, and I'm really super grateful. Thank you, sir, from the bottom of my heart. My next thing, I watched some stuff. On TV. Finished Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt.
Hey, what'd
from,
you think?
Gynax, soon to be known as Trigger Studios. I loved it. Thought it was really fucking funny. super vulgar, which is just right up my alley.
Crazy. It might honestly be the most vulgar anime I've ever watched.
And it's definitely it's the most creative cursing I've ever heard. They come up with some of the best fucking insults for one another, and it's animated in the style of like Powerpuff Girls and Johnny Bravo from that era, that big blocky animation. They even make a veiled Powerpuff Girls reference in like the first episode, like Send Blossom and what's her name, My Love, or something like that.
It's not always
Bubbles
that
and
animation
Buttercup.
style, though,
but
which
it is not.
amazing.
So let me clarify. So Panty and Stocking are the names of two angels that have been sent to Earth to kill ghosts, and they have to. And every time they kill a ghost, they earn heavens. These are coins called heavens, and they're going to use.
Sounds pretty similar to Christianity that Miss Betty taught me. Please go on.
It is. You would use these to get back into heaven, and Panty's weapon, as you might have guessed, they're badass fighters. They fight and they hunt ghosts, and they're just unkillable killing machines. Panty takes off her panties, and they turn into guns.
Nice.
That shoot holy bullets. And Stocking takes off her stockings, and they turn into katana.
I fully endorse Gun Panties.
Gun Panties was the band I had in high school.
Yeah.
It's a good band.
The Gun Panties.
Them and Suck Puppet were great.
Gun Panties live at the Civic Center Friday 9 p.m.
I would go to that.
Robert Cherry Civic Center.
Exactly. But they fight ghosts, but when they do their whole thing, they do this chant, okay, right before they're about to vanquish a ghost. They're going to unleash great fury and great vengeance and furious anger. That's what they say.
You're shitting me.
No, they say with great vengeance and furious anger.
Do they quote all of Leviticus 22?
It's just Pulp Fiction.
That's awesome.
But when they do it, it switches from that animation style to a very traditional anime, sexy anime girl style, like Doki Doki Literature Club style, and it like pans around while they're saying all their words and their quotes and their phrases, and then it just goes back to their animation, and they'll vanquish the ghost. But one of the funniest fucking things about the way they do it is they'll show Panty shoot bullets at the ghost, bam, 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 and then they'll show Stocking slice, 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 slice. Then it cuts to a picture of a real statue, a model of the ghost, like
crafted out of clay or
real,
paper mache,
not animated. This is like filmed. And it will explode.
They blow it up.
They blow up in every single episode. When they kill the ghost, it cuts to the clay model and it explodes.
I've got to watch.
It is
like
fucking
it's really good.
Hilarious the way they do it. So
it's a whole episode on cum. The whole episode
just
is about
cum.
Wow.
So
we did it first.
We didn't. We didn't. I'm afraid they beat us.
Damn.
Yeah, this was 2010, I believe, is when this came out. Shit. But the episode with cum, it shows like the soldiers storming the beach of Normandy, only they're all white. Everything is white. And overhead flies box of upside down Kleenex boxes that rain Kleenex down. And they turn into ghosts and then try to take over the Kleenex factory because they're tired of their brothers being wasted into Kleenexes.
Oh my God.
And then they turn into ghosts, and then Panty and Stocking come along, and the clay model of all the things blows up. It's fucking silly, and
great.
I love it.
And more are coming.
Is there going to be another season finally? Because I mean, they
announced it at least. I don't know when it's happening.
Because they leave you hanging at the end of season 1 on a pretty big cliffhanger. And I was disappointed that there was no more, but I'm glad to hear that there is. You can watch, I think a friend at work mentioned, she mentioned you. I think you can watch this on YouTube. I think every episode is on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure she said
for free. And do not let your children watch this show unless you're just a really bad parent, because it is the most vulgar, foul-mouthed thing I have ever fucking seen, and that's saying a lot. But definitely, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. It's a great show. It's right up there in my top 10, and I now have enough anime under my belt to have a top 10. The next thing I watched, this goes to the horror hole. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
How was it?
Terrible.
Yeah, I've heard it's not good. That's why when it came up in conversation earlier in another episode, I didn't want to say anything, but I heard it was really bad.
It's probably the second worst horror film I've ever
That
seen.
sucks, man, because that concept of Winnie the Pooh as a horror movie has
God.
great potential. Like
Someone jumped on this as quickly as possible and threw together the first Winnie the Pooh horror movie. It's terrible. Everything about this movie is bad.
Man, it sucks.
I recommend watching it just to laugh at it and to see how bad it is. 1 star. Wizard Sage says, check it out. The other one, the other horror hole entry is on the other complete opposite end of the spectrum. And
I know where
for
you're
once,
going.
I have seen this. John has seen this.
Talking about Evil Dead?
Evil Dead
Fuck
Rise.
yes.
We started watching Evil Dead Rise. We watched it. Tanya and I watched it the other night, and Gage had already seen it, and he said, "Now, Tyler, have you ever seen any of the Evil Dead movies?
I have seen
Army
Army
of
of
Darkness.
Darkness. Okay,
Yep.
so you
And I've seen
know
the first 5 episodes of the Stars
of the Star
series.
Show,
Yeah.
which was
Ash
done
versus
in the
Evil
same style. Ash versus Evil Dead, exactly.
I really want to watch that.
Sam
show.
Raimi's
really great.
Sam Raimi's style is definitive, right? But despite the fact that the original Evil Dead and Army of Darkness and Ash versus Evil Dead have their scary horror moments. There's scary demons and scary, things that happen. There's always this comedic undertone to these movies.
I feel like at their heart, they're comedies.
At their heart, I agree that they're comedies. And of course, Bruce Campbell is the epitome. Ash is the epitome of the horror hero, in my opinion.
Sure.
I love Evil Dead.
Nobody sells it like Bruce Campbell.
No,
Like,
he earned his place in cult classic history. In where he's at now, he earned it by being Ash from Evil Dead. And the first Evil Dead movie I ever saw was Army of Darkness.
Same.
And we saw it at the Kentucky Theater in Louisville. And there's this scene where he's down in a well and he jumps up. Someone throws him his chainsaw that fits on his stump of his hand.
Yeah.
And he jumps up and there's this long moment and then it connects to his hand and
midair.
everybody in the fucking theater stood up and screamed at the top of it was the best movie-going experience I've ever had. It was the most fun. So that's how I got indoctrinated into this film genre or to this film franchise. And Gage told us before we watched Evil Dead Rise, just want to warn you, the comedy element has been taken out of it.
Because it's the sequel to the Evil Dead movie that came out a couple years ago, isn't it?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought it was.
This is a reboot.
Oh.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word. Now, the one that came out a few years ago was excellent. It was an excellent movie. I mean, I have yet to see a bad Evil Dead movie for what they are.
You can't. Yeah, exactly.
But Gage warned us the comedy element had been taken out, and I was immediately prepared to hate this movie. I was like, nope, fuck. I'm going to be picking on this movie for the next 2 hours because I already know they've ruined it if they took the comedy
trailer was
element out of
great.
it.
So
I've seen that.
I saw the trailer and I was pretty sure at that point that this was not a normal Evil Dead movie with those comedic undertones because the trailer
there's
is
no
very
comedy in the
fucking
trailer.
just
none.
this is a goddamn horror movie.
Yeah.
Right. And now, so I'm ready to fucking give up on it before it even starts. The opening scene, there's an effect, the thing that lands on the dock, the boyfriend's head. This is not a spoiler.
Yeah.
The boyfriend, there's a dude in the movie,
fucking
he gets
forgot about
killed,
that. Yeah.
his head gets
The rest of the
torn
movie
off.
was so good that I completely fucking forgot about
That's what I'm
that.
getting at because the effect of this guy's head landing on the dock. This is in the first 2 minutes of the movie. it was so bad. It was like, oh God, they're not even going to have good special effects in this movie. I think it was just a fuck you because from that
100%.
point on, this movie fucking scared the shit out of me. And I have seen a lot of horror movies. This movie was scary. It was well paced. The fucking cast was perfect. The story that they told was excellent. I cannot recommend a fucking horror movie higher than this right now. If you are into that genre at all and you want to be creeped the fuck out, Evil Dead Rise is your fucking guy.
It's
it is
funny,
so good.
You mentioning that, I had forgotten about that. That thing that you're talking about with the head landing on the dock, that is 100% trolling.
It is.
It is 100% because they're wanting you to think, oh, it's gonna be this kind of movie, and then they hit you with the real shit.
It's pretty smart to like lower everyone's expectations.
Oh man, it's
right?
fucking brilliant. Like,
because I mean, you're going up against the name Evil Dead. It's
right.
That's a lot of weight.
They were
to
totally
that. So why not
feeding
cut
in.
it immediately?
Yeah, they were totally feeding into people's expectations.
Yeah.
And then just like, here it goes, motherfucker. Like, good luck.
The shoes
Hang
they
on.
had to fill were so huge, and this is such a cult favorite, this franchise. There's another movie called Drag Me to Hell, which is it's a Sam Raimi joint. It's kind of in the same vein. It's not part of the Evil Dead like canon, but it might as well be. It's another excellent film. But this movie, I am not kidding. And you know, they still had a lot of good, neat callbacks to the originals.
Yeah,
that were very appropriately placed. That were very like not out of place.
They sprinkled in just enough homage to the original movies without
breaking the flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't. It didn't feel forced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was well done.
I cannot recommend this movie high enough.
It was gory as fuck.
I warned
like
this same friend that was talking to me about painting and stocking at work. She was asking. We were talking to her about it, and she said, "Well, I might go see it this weekend." And I'm like, "I hope I haven't overhyped it. I know I'm hyping the shit out of this movie, but I was so blown away by it that I can't wait to see it again."
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I did not have like super high expectations.
Neither did I.
But yeah, man, it was great. It was really good.
4 stars. Wiz Sage says, check it the fuck out. It's a good
Yeah,
movie.
I completely concur.
Yeah, get in there. All right, that's my talking for this segment. What do you got, Dave?
I've been meaning to say that I watched John Mulaney's new comedy special. I've been meaning to say that for like 3 weeks now.
Okay.
It's really good. I mean, it's very well done, and like I need to rewatch it because I like to rewatch comedy specials. I like to give it my full attention the first time and then like just play over and over again. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you mentioned that you saw Chris Rock in Vegas.
Yeah, and he gave me COVID.
Was it the one like that's filmed, or was it that? Did he do those bits?
Some of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he do the Will Smith thing when you were there? Holy shit. God, I bet that was fucking fantastic.
Yes. Because it was the whole Will
not
Smith
long
stuff.
After that
it happened not long at all after all
Man.
Good job not spoiling that.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah. I don't know that I would have been able to like keep that to myself.
Yeah.
That was fucking good, man.
Really good.
They made him sign a non-disclosure agreement before he came in.
Well, they took our phones, which I think is like common practice now for like a lot of stuff.
And they said, if you even think about spoiling this, you're getting COVID. Dave.
I thought about it on the plane.
Damn.
But yeah, the John Mulaney special is really good, and like David Byrne did the music, which I think is really nice.
Ooh,
I'm a
that's
big
good.
Talking Heads guy.
I love
so,
that.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
Okay.
And then still playing Final Fantasy 14, working my way through Stormblood, yada yada yada, enjoying it. Logging every day.
You can't yada yada
Hey,
Stormblood.
I'm playing a
think
16-year-old MMO right now, so
Yeah. Lord of the Rings.
Good job. Yeah. I cannot hate it. Like I can't throw any kind of shade your way about playing fucking Final Fantasy 14 because that's still like 10 years fucking newer than the game I'm fucking playing. So
Yeah, I don't
or more.
I don't know when it came out, honestly, but I mean, it came out a long time
And
ago.
I'm like-
it came out 2 PCs ago.
I'm like there you go. There you go. That's a good metric.
So it's been a
I'm
minute.
desperately trying to drag Ian back into that Lord of the Rings.
All right, well, the Final
Like,
Fantasy 14, you have free. You play up to level 60 for free. There's a whole bunch of shit you
Hey,
can
it's
do.
completely free to play on Lord of the Rings. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you got to like think about quantity over quality here.
They put a lot of new shit in, man. 16
Tyler.
years, bro.
Isn't it cute how they're fighting over me?
It is cute.
I'm not going to play either one of those games.
That's fine.
How are y'all liking the new Zelda game that comes out? That came out last Friday as of this recording.
I'm not.
Me either. I'll get around to the first one eventually, then I'll get to that one. Like
I
10 more
pre-ordered
years.
mine and got it downloaded today.
Yeah.
I'm going to start it tomorrow. I'm excited. We'll check back in with it, I'm sure, next week.
Cool. It looks great. It looks like a thing that
It's getting 10s across the board.
is going to be like, game of the year, kind of
Once
like
again.
Yeah.
Tears all over that
Yeah,
kingdom.
those
so many tears.
Oh, all the tears.
a game like that though. I mean, they're gonna go all out on
Yeah.
it. I mean, follow Breath of the Wild, so it's got to be good.
It better be.
Yeah.
It will. It'll be good.
Played that Power Wash Simulator.
The greatest game ever? You mean?
It's pretty
I
good.
beat that game. I loved that game.
It's
oh
pretty
my
good.
God. Yeah.
Let me
it
Hey,
tell
I
you
need to
my
borrow your
experience with
power
it.
washer. By the way, I know this is not like show related, but I need to borrow your power washer.
is. Okay.
Thanks.
No, moving on.
That
No.
would've been
So,
funny if
Dave,
it
what
would've
were you
like, That was
saying?
the most innuendo laden like request. Like
I
this
need
is
to
not show related,
receive.
but I need to borrow your
It would have been so funny if it had just
Copy
been like,
that.
no,
meet me outside.
no, you can't have my power washer. No.
No, you can have my power washer, baby.
Ooh.
I promise. Go ahead, Dave. You were talking.
Yeah,
Wash
we're-
those guts.
I've heard it's got a lot of pressure.
All them PSIs, baby.
You got to release it every now and then.
Oh, man. That almost got me.
Scours the dirt right off the side of the house, baby.
Henry was playing a game on the way home. He was talking about it. We were driving home from his soccer game, and he was talking about this game where you use a power washer to wash things. And I was like, "Are you playing Power Wash Simulator?" And he's like, "Well, it's Power Wash blah 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 something." And I was like, "You're playing a knockoff Power Wash Simulator on your mobile phone."
was Roblox.
Show ya.
I said, "My friend Ian, he loves this game. I'm pretty sure it's on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, that's where I played it.
And so when we get home, let's check and see if it's on there." And we did, and it was. And so he starts playing. And then I'm playing like Final Fantasy 14. And he comes into the office and he's like, "It's on there, and the 2 players can play at the same time." He's like, "Do you want to
Ooh,
play?"
now, see, I didn't get that experience.
And I was like, "Yeah, let's play. Let's do it up." And so he started a game, and I got in there, and it was the only time I've ever gamed with this boy, and he's been completely silent. We're both of us are just silent for 35 minutes playing a video game, and it's just like
I know exactly what you're saying.
And then, like,
you get into this zone that you just
it was
can't
like this
fucking
fucking
come out of.
NPR style. Like, we got done with it 100%, and it's like this NPR. I was like, "That was fun," and he was like, "Yeah."
He sounded like Terry Gross afterward. It was weird. Yeah, Dave, we were.
Oh, that's
That was
fucking
fun.
Welcome to
awesome.
Fresh Air, where we power wash things.
But it was good. We're gonna play again, I'm sure. It was the weirdest experience because it wasn't like shots coming from the southeast. All right, you go around the house, I'll stay here. Flush them to the door, and I'll shoot them. It wasn't that. It was just silence. Just shh.
There's a,
Click, click, change nozzle. I'm pretty sure I didn't get all the. I thought I got everything in that cushion crack. No, no, but it's great.
Upgrade your shit as you go. Buy new wands and new guns and new things, and you know it. And there's like a story to it.
Yes,
and it's a fucking great game. I'm
Loved it.
super glad that you could not have described that experience more accurately. I would play it, and before I knew it, 4 fucking hours had passed,
dude.
and my fingers hurt from holding.
It's like a wizard showed up and cast
Oh my
maze on both
God.
of us.
It
And that
is.
wizard was my wife. We were trying to quiet house for 35 minutes.
It was
Your wife is like, I love this game.
What is it?
No one has made a sound for 35 minutes. This is fucking. No one's asked me for anything. It's been wonderful.
If they come out with a second one, I will drop anything I'm playing and get right back into it. I was sad that it was over. Like, I'm thinking about starting it again. just
Power
for the
Wash
fuck of
Simulator
it.
2 is actually called Power Wash Stimulator.
Ooh.
And it's also, you just wash waifus. That's when I got done playing that game and I did a Google search. I did a Google search for like, is there a game like Power Wash Simulator, but you wash anime girls? And then like nothing, like something came up that was nothing like it at all. And I was like, man, I wish I knew how to make video games because I could be rich.
That would be the one.
Man, the look of like genuine interest on Ian's face when you said that, it was like,
Oh, yeah.
I did-
really?
yeah, I get it. I did the search.
I don't care.
Harold Arthur, you like making video games, right? Will you help us?
Big statues of anime girls that
I
you
mean-
power wash.
I
Or just
like
anime girls.
Or just, yeah.
You wash
what
their
I'm in
clothes
for.
away.
Look, man, the
And underneath
It's
the clothes,
limitless.
they're dirty and filthy, and you have to clean them.
it's limitless.
Washu-sama.
Fuck. Dude, you're onto something.
I know. I wish you
Let's
knew.
invest.
Oh man, that is a fucking
Yeah.
$1 million idea.
We're looking for investors. Trademark.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Trademark.
Yeah,
Trademark,
no one
trademark.
can take that from us. It's ours.
Hello,
Theirs.
hello, trademark office.
Yes, we just said something that we would like to trademark. Yes? Okay, thank you.
Siri,
It's
I'd like you to
ours.
trademark power washing waifu girls. Cool.
Power Wash Stimulator.
Power wash stimulator. I love it. I fucking love it.
And then the Kentucky Derby just happened,
Mm-hmm.
and I almost won
Mage.
$2,000.
Oh,
bitch.
You didn't bet on Mage?
I did trifecta, but I didn't
Oh.
box it, and I had Mage coming in second.
Oh,
I don't even know.
So I had all
Using,
three.
like,
I had all
lingo.
3 horses picked,
Fuck.
but all I did was switch first and second.
And you lose.
It was a $2 bet though,
man.
so I mean, it's like, but that $2 would have been like
Damn.
$2,000. Yeah, no shit.
Mage's-
Horse
Holy
racing's fun.
Shit.
Mage's odds were 1,000 to 1 to win, and he fucking did it. He won.
Kidding me, man. Some people got rich.
Yes, they did, and I will
Holy
tell
shit,
you.
1,000 to 1.
One of the things I know about
no,
Mage.
No, he wasn't that high. Mage wasn't. None of them were 1,000
Was it
to
not?
1. Like the highest was like 50 to 1.
Was it okay?
That's because I
Your
also bet on the
odds-
long shots.
You were betting on the long shot.
But Mage was kind of felt like in the middle. I feel like the odds for Mage are like, man, I don't remember for sure, but it wasn't like crazy. But I mean, he wasn't like a pick.
Right. Okay.
so like 20, 25 to 1. something
no,
like
it
that?
was
higher
better
than
odds
that?
than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Mage did have something like so. They did this thing with this horse that anyone that wanted to could buy a stake in the horse for $50 beforehand.
I thought horse steak was illegal.
They,
Not in Venezuela.
when they-
Oh,
yeah,
No, he
that's-
was Mage was from
Mage
Venezuela.
is from Venezuela.
no. Venezuela's not in a good place right now. So that joke caught
Well, they
me
are
totally.
They are in the
sideways.
horse racing world because he is, and they won. It was like 382 people had bought a share of the horse, and it won. And they were having a fucking blowout over it at the Derby. It was really neat to see. I'm sorry you didn't win any money though, man. That
Yeah,
sucks.
That's okay. It was close. If I'd have boxed the bet, would have had a lower payout, but
I don't even know what that means.
It means that you just pick the 3 horses and they come
Instead
in
of
order.
whatever order.
You can pick win, place, and show in the order that you think they're going to win, and if you do, that's the 1,000.
That's
to
the
1
royal
odds.
flush,
Right?
there,
But if you can pick your 3 winners, and if they any order they come in, then you get a good payout for that. But,
Okay.
Oh well,
Oh well.
Maybe
that's
next year.
close.
but I deleted the app. I was like, I'll see you again next year. Delete.
But that happened a lot, actually.
And then they emailed me today and they were like, hey, horse racing's fun, ain't it? I'm like, yep. Unsubscribe.
You used to when they
what's the next one? The Preakness? They can try to get you on that.
They are. No doubt, but I've unsubscribed. So
there's three, and I can never think of the third one. It's the Derby, the Preakness, and I can't ever think of the other
Damn
one.
it, if you hadn't mentioned
Horseathon.
I could. That's it. It's Horseathon.
Yeah.
happy horse a day.
Death race.
Fuck.
That's where you get
Man.
the stakes, the horse stakes. Death race. Race for the stakes.
What you up to, John?
Damn. Me? Oh, I'm not. Work.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I haven't
Lord of the
really-
Rings online.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of Lord of the Rings online. Yeah, really old game. Turns out when you play a 16-year-old game on modern hardware, you can just like crank that shit up.
Runs
man.
great,
Just-
doesn't it?
Yeah, I got my shit on Ultra, and it don't even touch it.
So many goddamn wargs in the screen.
Yeah, oh dude, it's fucking fantastic. It is a really fun game. It sucks, like, you know, it's free to play, so they're like always trying to get you to buy shit, you know, for like real money, but you don't have to.
Right.
And that's what's really nice about it is like I have all the quality of life stuff and still haven't spent a penny on it, and it's just as much fun, if not more, than it used to be. So, and a buddy of mine that we used to play with is also playing it. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, so when I get a spare moment, I will literally like be doing shit around the house or like cooking dinner, and I'll like run in there and be like, I got to start my crafting. You know, like make all. Okay, and I got to go in here and cook this hamburger meat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're playing a game like a dad. That's how I do that shit. I'm like, all right, fuck. I got set my
I got a
pictures up.
master
All right,
jeweler.
Got it.
I got Oh man, I got 3 professions. I'm trying. Yeah.
So you're going full Ultima on this.
Not full Ultra. I don't have that kind of time.
Right.
You know? But yeah, the little bit of time I do, it's like I'm not playing anything else. You know, like there used to be other games that I played, and now I've got the needle in, and
I bet we could sell you on Brunswick.
oh, I don't know, man.
God, I cannot wait to talk about that.
Me neither.
Boy,
God, it's gonna be
howdy.
so good.
Brunswick is a big name in bowling.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I've heard.
Allegedly.
It's
maybe
probably,
I'll
I mean-
look up what they make later and talk about it
with,
briefly.
with a name like Brunswick, it's got to be
Gotta
a
be
good
good
game.
game.
It's got to be a
They
solid.
wouldn't just put their name on anything.
Brunswick and Smuckers.
It's got to be a solid game.
In bed together.
Smuckers.
with a
Yeah,
name like
like
Smuckers. It
Smuckers.
has to be good. That's like
I
their
forgot
literal
about that
slogan.
tagline. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've heard the Smuckers tagline.
You just said the Smuckers tagline, only with Brunswick.
You guys want to do a draft?
Sure.
Oh, a draft.
A draft?
Do you have
Is that a
anything-
thing that you guys do around here?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Do some drafts.
We just started tonight. First time.
Draft up some
Oh shit!
diagrams.
There's already a card and a pen here.
Yeah.
Tyler, did you have
Man.
anything you wanted to plug or talk
Nope.
about? No.
As usual.
Okay.
I mean,
Just
play
working
Mario.
kids, right?
I beat
Yeah.
Mario 3. I beat Mario World on stream.
The last episode I was listening to, you were talking about playing the original or like the first Mario Brothers.
Playing it on All Stars for SNES. The first one is awful on All Stars.
Really? Why? Why is it awful?
It feels terrible. It's slippery. They're all a little slippery and not.
They like
quite
fuck the
right.
controls up somehow. Like
I think it's the fact that it's not running on original hardware that it was designed for. I think they
okay.
weren't taking
Mario
that as-
World was
man.
fine. Mario 3's pretty close. 1 was unplayable for me. Unplayable.
Have you tried playing it on like original hardware?
Yeah, I mean, no, I used to. I mean,
Okay.
I have
All
it,
right. Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's tight on original hardware.
Yeah.
The All Stars version is.
That's why
It's
I'm
like a
kinda
B
shocked.
tier SNES platformer. Like it's awful.
Well, you
It's
fuck
gonna
with
be
Mario
funny when
like
people listen to this and they're like, "John got drunk in reverse." Like, I don't get it. Like, he was more sober later.
I didn't think about that.
me neither. I didn't even realize you were drunk. Thanks for pointing it out. I just thought you forgot Smuckers was a thing for real. I didn't realize you were drunk.
I'm totally not, Dave. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just started drinking this giant orange can.
Yeah,
of
I haven't had
Smirnoff
2 of these.
I smash.
I smash.
It's a whole drink.
Smirnoff smash.
Lamest fucking drink ever, but it's 8%.
There you go.
It's Steel Reserve, only fruit flavored.
It's Steel Reserve, only doesn't make you want to fucking throw up after you take each drink. Yeah, that is the worst fucking beer I've ever had. Like, bar none.
It's malt
the
liquor.
fucking worst.
Is there any
Yes.
artificial coloring in there, or is that a clear beverage?
I think it has orange color
Okay.
in it. Yeah, probably.
Just curious because a lot of drinks are now like getting rid of the artificial coloring.
It's a
which I think is great.
screwdriver,
Yep.
so it's probably basically Smirnoff mixed with orange soda. If I had to guess, I mean,
Okay.
it's not bad. It's not great. But it's not bad.
It's weird though. It's like you start drinking it, immediately get drunk,
Yeah,
and then
man.
you're sober in like an hour.
Yeah,
We'll prove that.
Man, that sounds pretty good.
We'll
Let's
see if we
invent
can
that.
prove that.
it hits real hard.
And then you're
front,
drunk again.
You know,
And then you get the aftershock drunkenness.
Somehow, you're suddenly really drunk.
No, man, I thought, oh, fuck, here it comes again.
this episode brought to you by Smirnoff Ice Smash.
I think Mario 2 is the hardest of those OG Marios.
Really?
Playing through
Yeah,
it.
I think
It's a
I
tough
mean,
game.
I'm playing level through level, which I've never done before. So I,
Yeah,
Level
you
through level
mentioned you're
Mario
like
2 is
no
really
warp
difficult.
zones.
I got to 5 and
like-
stopped. I was like, okay, I'll come back later, but 3 and 4 were rough.
Well, what are we drafting this week, fellas?
Let's see. Waifus, comic strips, dinners, X-Men, Marvel heroes, Marvel villains, presidents, cartoons, breakfasts, donuts, stand-ups, movie stars, celebrities, serial killers, horror icons, movies, Pokemon, potato dishes, cheeses.
Potato dishes. That's so specific. I love it.
That's all me, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm the one that came up with potato dishes, bitch.
Chinese food.
Man, y'all pick one.
No, John, you're the guest.
No, I don't want
I stopped
any-
listening because I was like, John's going to pick.
No, bullshit. No, I
No,
don't
don't
want,
tell me what was in my mind. Fuck you, pick.
Fighting game characters.
I don't want any input. I want y'all to pick, and I'll just fucking go with it.
anime side
You're
characters.
a guest and you don't want any input? It's like your job. Everyone's like relying on you.
Disney
Man.
movies.
God damn it. I don't like a lot of these. I don't know. I was just gonna like fucking wing it, you know.
Same girl, same. I
Books?
don't even have a card. I didn't ask for a card. It's just like, whatever. It's fine. It's a podcast. It's good.
Comic strips or horror icons is my vote.
I think those are both great options. I'm fine with either. John, which of those two would you prefer?
I've narrowed it down to 2
Comic books,
comic
strips.
strips.
comic
like,
strips.
We're
Okay, like
fucked. We're
Sunday
fucked.
comic strips.
God, we're fucked.
This is why I didn't want to pick. God
comic
damn it.
horror comics.
Or president strips.
President stripping.
Disney potatoes.
Disney comics.
Potato dishes.
Potato Disney's.
Between those two, comic strips. Sure.
Comic
strips.
strips.
Comic strip.
I don't know that many.
All the
Again, it's just like
stripping.
every other category.
All we got to
I
do is
don't know
come
that
up with
many
20
of them.
between all of us. We can do that.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's
Mary Worth. You can
I
have
don't know how much. I don't want Mary Worth. What the fuck, man?
All right, so Dave is one going clockwise. Fuck. One, Dave.
it. Calvin and Hobbes.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it.
Got to get in there first.
Hey, good. Yeah, it's a good one.
Calvin and Hobbes.
That's a good one.
I could have been a dick and been like, Foxtrot. And then Tyler would have been like, Calvin and Hobbes.
Aw. Ian.
Beetle Bailey. I always liked old Beetle
Solid,
Bailey.
solid.
I didn't ever really read comic strips unless I was at my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
Because my Papaw Bob, my other Papaw, not the ice cream guy.
Not
My other
Baskin
Papaw.
Robbins?
Not Baskin Robbins Papaw. Not Color TV Papaw.
Oh, right.
My mom's dad, Papaw Bob. He always had the comics. That was the first thing he went for in the paper. It was the comics and the crossword. And then when he was done with the crossword, I could then have the comics. I also learned the silly buddy trick at his house.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool.
Hell yeah.
That's some fun shit. Yeah, for real.
Beetle Bailey, classic.
I do like Bill Bailey. My number one, Dave's correct. Foxtrot.
That would be my number 2 pick.
Yeah, I knew you were going to steal that because I was totally going to take it, but I get it. You have a long and storied history.
All the books, all the
Foxtrot.
piss spatter books. When I was in culinary school, my mom would keep just the comic pages from the paper. So whenever I got home, because I come home every weekend, and then that first dump with that big stack of all comics all week when I got home.
Sorry.
John?
I'm like, oh, hacky over here. So there's one that I probably like more than this, but I'm going to take this just because I feel like it's a classic, popular.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm going to take
I'm worried.
Peanuts, dog. Like,
Oh, okay.
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
okay.
Good. No,
All right.
that's a
I love,
solid.
No, that's a
you know,
great
I
choice.
grew up on the fucking Charlie Brown holiday special, like pick it.
You still use
Pick the holiday.
Snoopy laying on his
Yeah, dude.
doghouse as
Yeah.
your like
Avatar.
I literally
avatar.
found a panel with Snoopy with a fucking water cooled World War I style machine gun sitting on top of his little thing. Like that's my that's my avatar.
Just sop with camel.
yeah,
I read a lot of those. I know my peanuts.
yeah, the
I'm telling
motherfucking
you.
Red Baron, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta take Peanuts. That's
Good pick. Dave, you're up.
Gotta go Far Side.
Damn you.
Damn.
you son of a bitch.
Gotta go Far
yeah.
Side. Hey,
You
yo,
are
that's a
winning
good
so
one.
far.
did you work in an office in the 1990s and needed a calendar? Dog, I got you.
Good pick.
Yeah.
You took one
Good
of mine.
call. Good call.
First time that's happened, you took one of mine.
Wow.
Yep. Garfield.
Garfield.
Solid.
Garfield.
Solid. Yeah.
It's a powerhouse pick.
It is. Top of the list. It's usually like it was like Beetle Bailey, then Garfield. Back then.
I'm really like the fact that you got Garfield
I'm
as
shocked.
a number 2
I'm
pick
shocked.
is pretty wild.
I thought that would have been picked first.
But I mean, hey,
There's a lot of
there's a lot
good comics
lot of
out
good
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
I've never owned. I think all the compilation books I've purchased have now all been picked. So, I'm going to reach a little bit, and I will say Zits.
Okay.
I really enjoyed Zits. I never bought those books, but I should have. I would have.
All right. Well, Hagar the Horrible.
Ooh,
Hagar.
good one.
I don't know
Good
why I
one.
like that one so much.
It's a good comic. It's a
Just
good
liked it.
comic.
Iconic. It's an iconic
It
strip.
really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really
Iconic.
is.
They're around
character
a
design.
long time.
I will go with the Lockhorns.
The
I
Lockhorn.
that's a
almost
good
picked that.
one.
Good
Almost.
pick.
That's a really fucking.
I
good
never have owned like a Lockhorns book. I don't know if like surely a compilation probably exists, but I remember being a kid and reading it and being like, "Oh fuck, it's like Married with Children, but they put it in a comic strip."
Yeah.
And I like
It
that.
really is. Yeah.
Okay. Solid. BC.
BC.
Damn it.
Oh.
Yes.
Damn it. That's a
BC.
good one.
Love the way that
Good
little
one.
dude would ride around on that wheel with a stick through
Yeah.
it, and that was
Just-
their car.
yeah, just
or whatever.
balance.
There's a video game, a BC video game.
That's
we could
right.
play.
That's right. It is. Maybe we
Really?
should pick that one.
I didn't know that.
I mean, like what? We might end up getting some when we do the randomizer. We might end up getting some other fucking like I don't know wrestling game or something. I don't know. Would
Probably
that
not.
Stranger things could happen.
maybe
I
it
guess.
would be better if we just that's fine. We'll just go. We'll just go with whatever the randomizer picks.
No, I'm fine to pick. Let's decide here and right now that
right.
we definitely won't randomize a game later in this episode.
Okay.
All right.
BC.
Why did I pull out of my head? I had it and just lost it. I should have written it down. Blondie.
Blondie.
Ooh. That's a good one.
That's a
Damn, I
classic.
cannot believe I didn't think of that one. That's a really good one. I loved Blondie. It was one of my I think I had a book of Blondie.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also love Blondie, the band.
The band.
With Debbie
Yeah, I prefer Blondie,
Band's
the band,
solid.
Top
actually.
shelf for me. Debbie Harry.
Yeah, huh?
Give me some. Love that
Call
one.
me.
Call me, baby. Don't break my heart of glass.
Man, I'm only like 2 in, and I've just about hit like as much as I can really remember.
I gave you Mary Worth earlier.
I really did not feel Mary Worth. Like,
I get it.
Dennis the Menace.
That is a good choice.
It
That
wasn't
is a
my
great choice.
It wasn't my favorite. Like I did not love Dennis the Menace,
did.
but I feel like it was a solid like mid tier.
I loved Dennis.
I love the cartoon as a kid.
Love the movie.
I love the
even
cartoon.
liked the movie.
Yeah,
they
no,
did.
I remember the cartoon and I liked
Oh,
the
I love,
cartoon.
dude, I love
the comic strip
cartoon.
was like, it was
Love
all
the
right,
Dairy
though.
Queen cups. Fuck yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, number 4.
I'm gonna go Heathcliff.
I literally just
Solid.
wrote that down.
Sorry, you only get
Nice.
one orange cat.
Nice.
You can't give them an option.
No,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah, you can't quarter that, otherwise you'll sweep
I
the league.
almost did.
Yeah, Heathcliff. No one should terrorize their neighborhood.
I loved that cartoon. I watched that all the time too. Good stuff.
Riff Raff and that fucking hot cat.
Hell yeah.
Fuck. Damn, that fucking hot cat.
That fucking beret on and shit. That's it.
Being raised in a very kind of conservative Christian household.
I know what you're
Damn
doing.
it.
I know what you're doing.
You already said BC.
I was gonna take that. Son of a bitch.
There it
Family
is.
circus.
There it is.
Yeah. I
'Cause
can't
it's-
fault you for that.
As cringy as it was a decent comic. It had
Yeah.
some
Dude,
funny moments.
I loved it as a kid.
me
Like
too.
as a
No.
kid, absolutely.
It
Loved
had
Family
some
Circus.
super clean,
It was wholesome as
family
fuck.
friendly, wholesome humor,
Yep.
and was
And I
consistent
got it.
in bringing that.
For my 4th one, I did own one book of this, although recently the author
You son of a
has
bitch!
gotten in
God
trouble
damn it.
for being horrible.
Not just recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a pretty long. There's a
damn.
pretty long story.
Yeah, he
history.
made some good fucking comics though back in the day. I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he sure
Bastard.
did.
That was
I
gonna
thought
be my
about this,
fourth
but it was
pick.
like,
I know. I just couldn't think of anything
I thought
else.
it too. Yeah, but I'll take it as my 4th round pick. Dilbert.
oh, flippy tie boy.
Yeah, that was like all I could think of that I really knew. Fuck. I don't really have anything. Fucking Marmaduke. Yeah.
Fucking
Hey,
Marmaduke.
fucking
I remember like
Marmaduke was a good
reading
cartoon.
Marmaduke a few times.
You and Sean Miller.
I didn't love it, but
John Miller is goddamn Marmaduke. Dave, last pick.
I'm gonna go Spider-Man.
I forgot that was a comic
Yeah.
strip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it in a newspaper. One of my favorite things to do when we'd go on a road trip is to buy a newspaper and see what comics they had in their newspaper.
Yes, that was
because they were always different. Like they had different ones.
Oh, I love that too.
And it was like, oh my god, this is like, whoa.
Because my grandparents, one set lived in Henderson, Kentucky, one lived in Owensboro, Kentucky, and of course I was in Paducah. So I would get comics from the different papers there. Yeah, I loved it.
Loved
doing
And
that.
I remember
it was like watching local television to see the different
From somewhere
commercials.
else.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I still enjoy that
I do
activity
too.
as an adult. I feel like the newspaper activity is a little like it's not really I'm sure you can still do it, but I'm sure it's not as diverse as it used to be.
Yeah.
But man, I remember going to one place and picking up the paper, looking in, flipping through the comic section as quick as I could and be like, fucking Spider-Man? They have Spider-Man here?
And not
Can we
where I'm
move
from.
here?
Right.
And subscribe to the paper. That's awesome. Yes, I love that. And I also brought back a memory from when we first worked at Apex. One of the big things going around, a buddy of ours had hacked satellite cards.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh
And
yes.
I ran.
We've all been touched by. Everyone at the table's been touched by that gift.
Yeah.
We ran on that at our house for years.
Jacob just
until
went,
until they shut it down. And one of the coolest things about that satellite card is when you watch NBC, you're watching NBC from New York City.
New York City.
New York City.
And you would get all the local get a rope. Get all the local commercials from New York. So you'd see, hey, yo, come on down here to Big Joe's Auto Mart. We got all the best, finest cars up in here. It's
like
oh my God. It was
the New York
fucking
Larry
great.
Stovasan. Yeah.
Same. They had it
New
for
Jersey. Yeah, Jersey, New.
they had different channels for every time zone, so you could watch from California, you could watch New York or whatever, and it was awesome because that was like I would do that for hours just to see the
It's
different
like peeking
commercials.
through an alternate dimension.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That brought me to that when you mentioned the comic thing.
So when Brandon and I lived together, we were blessed by the gift of the packed satellite card, and our
I
favorite.
bought my house from that guy.
Yes, you did. And one of our favorite things to do was, are we leaving the house for several hours? Turn it to the porn channel and turn it all the way up. And then we'd leave for hours.
I forgot that too. Yes.
Time to go to class. Turn the porn on. Turn it up.
free hardcore porn on tap.
Lots of it.
24/7. Like 7 channels
This is
of it.
right before broadband was like available.
Yeah.
like readily available. So this
You're
was
still
like
getting like
fucking
gifs and
godsend.
pictures.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
gifs and JPEGs wasn't quite. We weren't quite there yet. Yeah.
It was bitmaps, baby, and EGA.
Let me log into the BBS and see. If
Get some of that BBS porn.
the Xena nudes are up.
I am capturing that.
You're going to send that in, Scott.
good.
The Xena news.
Gina news.
That was just the right amount of list. God damn, it was perfect.
Okay.
Ian, your last
My
one.
last one. Life in Hell.
Oh yeah,
Matt Groening.
yeah. That's a great choice.
It was Matt Groening's comic strip.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, with the bunny looking thing that had one ear. Life in Hell.
Man, I hadn't thought about that one in a long time.
I haven't read any of it. I've
Gary
always
Larson
wanted to.
had a precursor.
I didn't get
remember what
much.
that's
I
called,
just
though.
knew about it and I remember liking it. But it was like looking back at Matt Groening's work post The Simpsons craze of looking into what he else he had done. And found that strip, read a lot of them online. It's good stuff.
What were you saying about Gary Larson?
Sorry about that.
There was he did something before The Far Side.
Oh.
It was in his anthology. Can't remember what it was called though. It was good. But my last one will be Curtis.
Curtis,
yeah, man. Curtis
don't know
was
that one.
solid.
That is a good choice.
What is that one? What was it about?
It was because I remember it was right under Foxtrot in the back of the comics, like the Sunday edition. It was Black Family.
Oh, okay,
It was
yeah,
like
I know the
two
one you're talking
brothers,
about. Yeah.
right? It was like mainly
Much
about
older
two
brother.
brothers.
Curtis had his green backwards hat, and
Yeah. Nice. My My fifth pick is along the same lines, honestly, about two brothers. I never actually read the comic strip. I just know that it was a comic strip, and I loved the fucking cartoon, and that was Boondocks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great shit.
It just now hit me. I should have also picked Spy
Aaron
versus
Magruder.
Spy.
Ooh, Spy versus
that
Spy.
was a good one. Yeah.
Mad Magazine as a whole was. I subscribed to that fucking. Yeah. Well, I didn't subscribe. I should say every week my dad would. We would go to church and then we would go to the bookstore and pick up things. And every week I got a new Mad Magazine. I loved.
Yeah, I used to love
Cracked.
reading those too.
Cracked.
I liked Cracked better.
I did.
let you
I liked
get those?
Cracked better.
I'm like shocked.
Oh yeah, my parents
let
were-
you
I
buy
am
Mad?
straight with them
Really?
house.
Yeah.
Wait, wait.
No,
Your parents
absolutely.
wouldn't let you buy Mad Magazine?
They would
Oh,
never. In
no.
a million
No?
years
Yeah,
let me buy
nah.
Mad Magazine. Nope.
No, they would.
Cracked
not
is
ever-
right out.
I never.
Yeah.
I never
Cracked is
even.
way raunchier.
Yeah, I
than
love
that.
I never
Cracked.
even
Me too.
asked them to buy me a Mad Magazine, like because I just knew what the answer was.
Next thing you're going to say is your parents didn't buy you Playboys.
Yeah, strangely enough, my ultra conservative father was happy to buy me Cracked and Mad magazines every week because I don't think he knew.
So it's funny though. Your
was
like
in it?
You're
ritual of going to the bookstore is very similar to my Sunday ritual, which was we're gonna go to mass, and then after we go to mass, we're gonna go to Kroger, and my parents are gonna shop, and I'm gonna spend all my time in the magazine aisle reading comic books.
Yeah.
That's what I would do too. My mom would go to the grocery and just shit me out at the magazines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They could just drop me there, and I never worried about how long they were gonna be. Like I just
It's
fucking
fine.
go through those.
Yeah, it's
You know,
totally
like,
fine. It's absolutely.
I would be reading something when they'd come up and be like, "Hey, we got to go." You're like, shit.
Hey
And
kid,
I-
what are you
nope.
doing? Fuck off! Smartphones don't exist yet. All right, fair point.
Honorable mentions. Any?
Pearls Before Swine.
Okay. There was a comic that I liked a lot. I can't remember the name of it. I think it was Non Sequitur. Was that?
That was one, yeah.
Yeah, I liked.
Yeah.
It had like the opening panel or whatever was like a penguin flying or something like that. And it had this real like rough, sketchy kind of style to it. I might have the name wrong.
No, you're right.
Yo,
You're right.
shout out to whatever that was because there were several of those I liked.
I am gonna throw Mary Worth in as
There
an
you go.
honorable mention just because
John, he could
that
have taken
shit,
it.
That shit went on.
Dude,
I think it's
it lasted
still going,
forever.
isn't it?
It might
They
be.
would cross
I don't
over
know.
with like Rex something.
Yeah.
The serious
Rex
comic
Ronan, the experimental surgeon. Had some crazy ideas about this affair.
I'm impressed with how long
No,
that went on. And my Papa Bob he read Mary Worth
Mary
every
Worth
week.
was like a serious fucking comic.
Yeah, it was
told
a long
I know.
soap
humorous.
opera. It was a soap
They
opera.
were
Right.
telling a fucking
It was a
story.
story.
Yeah,
comic strip soap opera. Every week was
Like
a
I'm
new
gonna watch my
episode.
stories. I'm gonna read my Mary Worth. You know?
And I think that's
And I'm gonna eat this honey
Werther's
candy.
original.
There you go. Thank you.
this one peppermint that's stuck to all the other peppermints.
Let me get the
I'm gonna eat my
chisel.
orange slices.
You don't see that anymore. I just think that was really impressive that went on for as long as it did.
No,
and
no,
it
you're
obviously
not
had a
wrong.
big readership.
How about Dick
Archie.
Tracy?
Same. I
Archie?
think
Tracy.
Archie.
Yep.
Archie.
I bought
Holy
Archie
shit.
the
I
same
fucking forget
trips.
about
The
that.
same trips to the bookstore. I bought Archie
Those
double digest.
Yes, son.
Fuck yes. And I used to trace Betty and Veronica and draw vaginas
versions
on
of
You
them?
drew him
Yeah.
naked. Yeah.
Pussy hair.
Right here.
Yeah. Hey, you still got those?
My dad. Yeah, listen. I do.
Show notes.
I'm breaking the scanner out. I got the Epson flatbed, motherfuckers. Let's go.
10 minutes, I'll have this first page done.
Tadpog OnlyFans starts now.
I was terrible at hiding my drawings, and I hid them in my record player.
This isn't a joke. I love it. I thought it was a joke.
I'm being serious.
Okay. Oh,
And
your dad.
I went
was-
in to like brush my teeth or something. I came out. My dad had fucking gone through my shit and found them. And he sits me down, and he's like, "Son, I need to tell you something." I understand.
That was the hottest shit I've seen in years. You have a gift.
He's like, I understand. He wasn't mad at me, but he's like,
No, he was real happy you were straight. Yeah, it's cool.
you gotta let me get through this because this is super embarrassing for me. No, you know what? Never mind.
That's not going to work on me. Look at him. I don't give a shit.
Oh, even better. I'm absolutely not going to finish the fucking story
I want to
now.
hear the story. I know from hearing stories about your dad. I know that's where that.
He said, women don't usually have that much pubic hair this day and age.
1975.
No, this was in the 80s.
You're wrong, Papa. You're wrong.
I almost shot Smirnoff out my nose. You looked right at me when you said that.
I'll be damned if I'm going to have my son be inaccurate.
That's a lot, Ian.
That is.
Maybe this is what I might have thought back in the day.
Hey,
All
no, it's got the right shape.
Dude, you do have a gift. I like that.
Man, I mean,
There you go. You can have
Thank
that.
you.
See the
Thank you.
curves.
I'm going to jerk off to that later.
It's my new Flopsy bookmark. This is Veronica, I assume.
Yeah. They look the same. I guess Betty must have been a bleach blonde.
You ask
Betty-
one, she wants ice cream
my
cone.
God.
They both say yes.
They both say yes.
I totally forgot about Achewood. Achewood.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I
know
forgot
that
about that one
It's a
too.
weird,
know that
more modern one.
Okay.
John Nolan introduced me to that.
That was a fun draft.
That was a fun draft.
yeah, that
good,
was good.
choice,
I
John.
think Dave won.
Good choice.
Pretty handily.
I don't know. We got Garfield. We got Peanuts. Those are like
Those are
marketing
like staples.
powerhouses.
Yeah.
We hit all the big ones. And some of the not so big ones, but I like it.
So we'll take a break and move on to our next segment.
The game talk.
Game talk. All right. God, I cannot wait to
Man,
talk about this game.
Me neither. I bet our energy is going to seem just perfect, right?
It
too.
will. It'll be right at the same level.
It won't like fall off real
We just
hard or
peak.
nothing.
Yeah, it's not going to be like we're just talking about the game cold or nothing. You think John will get sober?
I do. It's how serious he is about Brunswick World Tournament of Champions.
Have I told you guys how much I love Brunswick like, as a company?
I will sober up for
John
that.
turned into Shrek. He's so drunk.
I'll sober up for Brunswick, but for Community Corner, I'm fucking drunk.
Oh yeah, man. I'm planning on being like really trashed by Community Corner.
All right, we'll see.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
First prize is $1 million. We split everything right down the middle.
No, sir. I think it's best that you go. By tomorrow, they'll surely find out that you're a fraud. We Amish, we demand more of ourselves. You people work 8-hour days, we work 12. We do whatever you people do plus a half. That's how we survive.
Believe me, keeping up is not going to be a problem.
Ah! His bed's made, but he isn't in there. He must have left.
Guess Brother Hezekiah was afraid of getting his fingers dirty.
Morning! Yeah, I hope you don't mind. I got up a little early, so I took the liberty of milking your cow for you. Yeah, it took a little while to get her warmed up. She sure is a stubborn one. Then, pow, all at once.
We don't have a cow. We have a bull.
I'll brush my teeth.
The game talk.
Yeah, that was a good break, guys.
Oh,
Good
man,
break.
I feel so relaxed. And I don't know, maybe John Turley is going to show up in the middle of this game talk section and we can reverse time and then record an
Maybe.
intro.
The break, is it me or did the break between segments seem like almost like 7 days?
Yeah.
Like really
No,
long.
not just
It was
not just
weird.
you.
It's weird. Time just slowed down. I felt like I was smoking that cigarette for 3 or 4 days at least of it.
Yeah.
Well, everyone hearing this is going to think we're doing it out of order. So it's going to be weird when they react like that when that's
right,
not what
and
happened.
that's clearly not the case.
But anyway, so Brunswick World Tournament of Champions.
Let's make as many.
What you guys think of the
Let's make
box
as many
art?
jokes that we then call back in the intro as possible.
I love it.
New goal, the podcast goal.
I love it. Dane's gonna say you guys did it out of order of what you're editing. We're like, no, he did. You're wrong. You're wrong. I don't know what's going on with you. We don't make mistakes.
Gaslight the shit out of him.
Yeah.
This is the same as it always is, Dane.
But anyway, game talk. What'd you guys think about the box art for Brunswick World Tournament of Champions?
This looks like sort of the box art you might expect from a bowling game.
Yeah. I mean, I knew it was a bowling game,
yeah,
right?
obviously.
Not
right
from the
off
title.
I did.
I know you did. And I was
recognized
impressed
Brunswick
last week when you were like,
as
a bowling game?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought something to do with winter sports. I don't know why. Brunswick,
With championships
winter
in there,
sports?
Brunswick's.
Is this another Olympic
doesn't that
thing?
sound like a city in Europe?
Yep. I figured,
Well,
it's like a skiing.
yeah.
Brunswick.
thing.
Yeah.
I get that. To
Like
be
the Lilyhammer
fair,
games. thing.
Totally.
to be fair, I bowled a lot, and that's just a familiar brand,
Right.
To me. So that's why.
So
I
that
knew
is a
immediately
brand
why.
of bowling ball?
Yeah, there's bowling
Okay.
balls and bowling.
They
not.
are bowling.
They do a lot of bowling
dun,
stuff.
dun.
I'm not 100% sure. I think they might make like the equipment that bowling alleys use, like the pin changers and things.
Like
okay.
lanes
So
and
they've got a
stuff, potentially
monopoly
even?
on
But they'll
all
have
things bowling.
But they'll have, and I'm sure there's other brands of stuff out there. But Brunswick just comes to mind. Bowling immediately comes to mind for me. I mean, I think they make balls, and I think they make gear like gloves and shoes, and all that. I'm sure they have a whole line of stuff. I could look it up real quick, I suppose. Brunswick.
Do you guys think Disney should own their own movie theaters to release their movies?
No, why?
Because I remember that apparently that used to be a thing where the movie companies used to do it.
Right. Oh, this is like in the long ago.
Oh, in the long
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
But now that was like a monopoly. So now we have like the middlemen
Right.
theater which everything the movie companies do make movies so expensive for them to get that they have to make everything else so expensive to go to the movies. So I wonder, would we end up with a cheaper, better movie-going experience if the companies themselves also showed the movies, or are we better off with the middlemen?
I think we're better off with the middlemen because, like, the theater, the studios with no money are gonna have shitty. They're gonna die completely because they're not gonna be able to make nice theaters, and then Disney's gonna have really nice theaters, and then you throw streaming in on that, and it's like I don't even know. I have no idea what theater numbers look like now versus pre-COVID, but my gut is that they're probably
That's what I would think.
considerably down,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
I think people kind of got used to just watching movies at home.
Well, and the industry changed a lot just because they knew people weren't going to the movies, so they were making pushes to shit things out to streaming faster. Big even theatrical releases were getting put in the theater a month later, so they could, or getting put in streaming a month later while they were still in the theater.
Yeah, that was wild.
So that people would pay, because they knew there'd be a number of people that would pay a premium to rent it as a new film. So I don't know.
I'm not one of those people.
I'm not either. I never did that.
I'll watch something streaming, but when I looked at the prices for some of them, it's like, no, I'm not paying that.
$35 for this Eddie Murphy movie that's in the theaters? No.
Right. Unless
I don't think so.
I'm going to have 7 people over and they're all going to chip in
Unless
$5.
a pay-per-view event, yeah.
Like a pay-per-view,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm
But
not going to do that.
It seems fucked up though, because I mean, it's like if they're let me explain what I feel like is fucked up about it. Like that you can't sustain that, right? Because 35, we're all here, I'm not paying $35 for that, but the very fact that they're putting it out on streaming
Someone
means
is.
that there's
Yeah, there's
digital
somebody
copy,
doing it.
someone has it, and it's $35, or I find somebody who has it. I'm not saying
Usually-
which one I would choose, but
Yeah.
Usually someone that I know will have it as soon as it comes out in a digital format.
Right.
Sometimes that someone that I'm referring to will have it that's like a shitty handycam of it. And I'll never watch that stuff.
Sure.
I'm
Mr.
not
Bay's
that
a very
desperate.
eclectic collector.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
But the digital versions usually get out there pretty
You're not
quick.
watching the
He
snuff
doesn't
film
label
version.
it.
Somebody
He doesn't
bought
label
it.
his stuff very well, so when you go bars in the room, you don't always know what it's going to be.
I think at that point, at least somebody bought it, right, and then uploaded it.
I don't know.
I would say there's probably occasions where that's not true, but
My point is, I mean, you can't do like 35. I mean, how long can they do that?
But I mean, I think you got to think about the different demographics that are out there too. My dad, he wouldn't think twice about paying $35 to rent a movie. Fuck it. What does he care? It's $35. It's nothing to him, right? I think there's enough people out there that would be more than fine with doing it that don't have the kind of financial challenges that. Now, I think that it's dependent on the movie too, though, because I mean, you know, obviously something like a Batman or a Marvel movie is going to appeal to an entirely different demographic. That's probably not well-to-do white dudes, you know, like 70-year-old well-to-do white dudes that, you know. But if I was to
Boomers.
if I was to go down to his place over a weekend. Be like, oh shit, you know, I kind of wanted to see that. He'd be like, buy it. Okay.
But then that's kind of also making the argument where it's like multiple people. You know what I mean? Like, and I could totally, if you do make an event of it, or like you've got a group or a gathering, then it doesn't feel wasteful.
It doesn't feel as bad. But if it's just me and my wife, you know, it's like we're not doing that. And we both feel that way. I mean, if it was something that we just absolutely did not have a chance to go to the theater and see, but it came out on streaming and it was just desperation mode. She has to see this, or I have to see this. I might consider it, but 99.999% of the time, I'm just going to wait because it'll come onto one of the fucking 7 streaming services I have that eventually.
I might buy it for $35.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That would be a fine purchase.
But man, renting, I
That's
do
a lot
not
for a
know.
rent.
You have
That's a
3
lot
days
for
to
a
watch
rent.
it.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I don't like it.
It's just a weird earworm because I remember listening to something talking about theaters like that in this and comparing it to why we can't buy cars directly from the manufacturers in a great deal of the states, to where it's legislated. Nope, you have to have that middleman who gets his cut.
Well, it's like when you need an X-ray at the doctor. Your doctor,
or I need an MRI.
You have to go to
X-ray
the
first for no
X-ray
reason.
guy, right? You have to go to the X-ray guy. You have to go through your doctor to get to the X-ray guy. You can't just walk into the X-ray clinic and be like, "I need an X-ray." No, we need a referral. Well, no, I mean, I think I broke my arm, and why not cut out the middleman, right? No, you need a referral. And I think it's just the same logic. Someone's missing out on dollars if you don't have the middleman. So I don't ever see that going away.
Yeah.
Truthfully. But Brunswick makes balls, bags, shoes, accessories, and apparel for bowling.
All right.
Well, since we were talking about movies, if you were to compare your experience with this game to a movie and or celebrity and or television program or some other form of media, what would you compare it to?
Before we do that, if you don't mind,
Sure.
referring to the box
Because
art.
I definitely want to talk
I
about
had a
the box.
couple other little numbers to bring up. First of all, so the box art, it shows a guy in mid, he's just released the ball.
So you say guy, which I wanted.
Or a really butch woman.
I specifically wanted to ask you. Do you recognize any of the people? on the box?
No.
Okay.
I never followed bowling.
Because I know you
just
like
bowled
bowling,
a lot,
right?
And
I
will
didn't know.
if bowling happens to be on, the Ocho or something.
It wasn't Bill Murray, so I don't know who.
Right.
I will watch it, but I won't know who any of the players are. I do like to watch people bowl professionally, whatever, but I don't follow the sport. But it's kind of like I am with football. I know the teams and I know the game and I know everything I need to know about football, but I know very few player names, so I'm just in it for the sport. But
For the love of the game.
Just I was noticing on
The Chandler family mantra.
for the sport. there's like you get this image of this person throwing the bowling ball, right? And then on the left-hand side of the box, you've got these just 3 little squares of presumably professional bowlers.
I assume they are. Yeah, they could literally be
But it looks like
the head salesman for odor eaters.
Yes,
you know?
exactly. Those pictures look like fucking the pictures that I have seen hanging in actual bowling alleys from 1978.
Yeah, Boulder 300.
Fucking Henry
After 4
Jenkins.
beers.
Henry Jenkins, league champ, June 1978.
Yes.
So, and I think that's funny. That's the aesthetic that they chose because it really made me think, God, this looks like some shit I would see hanging
Well,
in
they're
a
all
bowling
guys
alley.
who won those Nintendo Power. Like, get your face on an NES game.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Wrote in and they put it on this Brunswick game.
But what's funny too is the way they've got the person that's throwing the ball posed. It's right after they've thrown a big spin hook, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's in this weird angle. They look like they're dancing around like Ed Grimley, I must say. It's like this weird, funky.
That cartoon. Yeah.
Sure, it was. It was just this funky little pose, and I knew what it was, but I wonder if someone's looking at it like thinking it doesn't bowl or never really gave much of a shit about it is going to be like, what the fuck?
To me, I feel like you could take the image of this guy and Photoshop him over like a still from like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and like it would totally work.
You're right.
I'm still thinking about bowler myself.
Yes.
But yeah,
I like the logo though.
Yeah, the logo's
I like that logo.
That is a sharp looking logo.
Best thing about the box.
It is the best thing about and
maybe the game.
The biggest
maybe.
thing about the box. Maybe the game. That's all I had to say about the box art. So if we want to talk about movies now, we can.
It's a lot of white too, which is like there are a lot of weird choices on this box because it's like if we were to take like all of the Super Nintendo boxes and then like scientifically categorize them by the amount of color that's used in the box.
This would be at the bottom of the spectrum.
This would be, I mean, because it's like
all
it's
like
a white
grayscale,
background. It's just
beiges, white. Again, the faded background of where the pictures are cut, the cutouts around the pictures of the bowlers in the bowling alley, yellowed a little bit from when they let people smoke in there for years.
Yeah,
it does. It's just it's bland, but
it's wild. I have a lot of questions about it because it's like it feels like they knew their audience, right?
Oh yeah,
but it also makes me wonder.
White.
It makes me wonder, like, but as a Super Nintendo game, you know what I mean? Like that's where it's kind of like if there's a disconnect, I feel like that's where that disconnect is.
This game goes on your uncle's shelf.
The guy from our intro, John.
We're glad you could join us for the entire intro as well as this segment.
And then a community corner that hasn't been recorded yet.
He has no idea
Well, of
what's
course
going
not.
on.
We're doing the game.
We're
we
talking-
know the order that all these things always go in.
We're in game talk right now. Okay.
I think you might.
Can you hear?
I think your channel might
Is that
be
loud
turned down.
enough? Okay. Talk into your mic. That's not going to work for me. Hang on
John?
one sec. Are you guest 1 or guest 2? Let's find out.
Not yet.
How about now? Have I got it muted? I've got it muted. Say something. Hello. Nope. Oh, wait. How about now?
Didn't mean to. There we go.
I hear
There's
I
John.
can hear me. Yeah.
Sorry about
I
that,
mean to,
everybody.
Like, roll in here and produce a bunch of technical difficulties.
I most certainly will not be playing Spanish Flea to cover up that little technical difficulty. So you motherfuckers are just going to have to listen to all that.
That's bonus content.
Bonus
Okay.
content,
That's
baby.
behind the scenes.
We're talking
action.
about bowling, right?
We were
Have
talking
you ever
about
been
the game.
bowling?
I have.
Bowling?
I have bowled on occasion.
Oh.
I
We
do
used to
enjoy
go-
it, but
but-
I'm not good at it.
Like
We
right
used to-
before fingering a girl, right? Like that's like it's like
Well, it lubes
you
up
in
your
between
Well,
dinner
yeah,
and that.
The finger holes
Yes.
kind of get you ready.
Yeah, get your
That's-
fingers
yeah.
exercised. and
Yeah,
ready to
everyone
go.
gets the kind of warm up to it.
Try and hard. Yeah.
We were talking about the game, and then we just talked about the box art, which was bland and washed out looking. And now we're on to. Are we on to
isn't
the
it-
movie part? What movie we think?
Isn't it like
Okay.
Brunswick bowling, like the bowling
Brunswick.
company?
Tournament of Champions.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were discussing that earlier. I wasn't exactly sure what all Brunswick made, but it's boss bags, shoes, apparel, and gear.
And aren't the like ball return machines even Brunswick? Like
In some
brands
cases,
on
they
them?
are. I was telling them that too. That I think they make some of the actual equipment for the bowling alley. So, Brunswick Tournament of Champions is what we're discussing.
Right on.
I mean, you knew that because
I
you
knew
were
that 'cause
here
you-
for the whole first
yeah,
segment.
because I was just hanging out in the back, doing the things that I do in the back.
Receiving.
Shipping and receiving.
I didn't say what. Receiving. You handle our receiving.
No, it was. I just went. Yeah, I went to a totally different place there.
Oh, I didn't mean it. I didn't
What
mean it.
place? Maybe I want to go to there.
Well,
Well, I watched a little bit of a movie called We've Got Balls.
What's that? The Balls 3D.
It's a
movie?
weird, it's a weird
Open wide for
independent
Chunky.
movie. Open wide for
cinematic,
Chunky.
the cinematic experience,
Cinematic chunky verse.
cinematic chunky verse.
So it looked like a very sort of a subpar independent bowling film where this little town, it's very goofy and they like to bowl. So
The whole town bowls.
yeah, I watched about 5 minutes of it in clicking around on YouTube.
Oh,
so we've
The
got
movie's
balls
so good. It's on YouTube.
for free in its entirety.
Is it a
Yep.
Christian movie? Or
It looks like it would be. It's that kind of
yeah.
cinematography.
We've got balls.
Okay,
that's
cool.
a Kirk Cameron joint, right? That's,
That is way too sexual for
Yeah, it is. I went a little bit on the nose with Kingpin. I had to pick it because it's probably my favorite bowling movie of all time, possibly the
it's
best.
the only one I could name.
Well, it's either
The
to me,
Lebowski.
it's either going to be that or The Big Lebowski.
But
The Big
man, did we get
Lebowski.
into a whole-
Did you love this game enough to compare it to
Right.
Kingpin and Lebowski?
I did think about The Big Lebowski, but
it's not about bowling.
that's what I was gonna say.
Right.
It's
It's
like
bowling
is
adjacent.
Die Hard a Christmas movie? We get into
Yeah.
that shit where it's like, is The Big Lebowski a bowling movie?
Just
Some
'cause
might
it takes
say
place at
yeah.
a bowling alley. Most of it does. A lot of it, some of it does.
some of it.
But
That's like is the Langoliers an airplane movie? You know what I mean?
right.
I get maybe
it's Airplane 3, The Langoliers. So yeah,
the
Kingpin.
Wangoliers.
The Wango Tango Leers. What was your movie, Dave? Did you also pick Kingpin?
Well, I did. I went with a celebrity.
Oh, good, cool.
But however,
Bill Murray.
I chose Randy Quaid. I wouldn't
okay.
squander Bill Murray on
Randy Quaid's a
on
pretty
this
good
movie because I was like, out of all of the actors in Kingpin, which one best sums up Brunswick World Tournament
the bull that got
Championship?
jerked off.
No, he had fun.
He had a good time. Yeah, that's probably a good analogy. Maybe the guy that they got into the fight with, that they tried to hustle.
The priest.
No. God, they did that a lot, didn't they? No, when they picked up the girl, when they picked up the woman that ended up with him, they went to this dude's house and he had his own bowling
Oh yeah,
alley.
her boyfriend.
Yeah, the guy with the fucking eyebrows.
Yes.
And I just realized I haven't seen Kingpin in like a really long time.
Well, I
don't
just
remember this
watched
shit
it.
at all.
So if you have questions,
Yeah, I watched it
Alright.
last week.
Nikki and I rewatched it.
I've seen The
'cause,
Big
yeah.
Lebowski way more times than I've seen Kingpin.
I feel like that's. I mean, nothing against Kingpin, but I feel like The Big Lebowski's like
A better movie?
a way
Yeah.
better movie. Like not just a better movie, but like it's
There's
a
not
really
a
good
religion
movie.
around Kingpin.
yeah.
there's not a festival in Louisville, Kentucky every year for Kingpin.
Maybe we haven't looked hard enough.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I personally prefer Kingpin to The Big Lebowski.
Really?
But it's just that's just me. It's my kind of thing. I love Kingpin. I've watched it. I sit through it all the way to the end because they do that whole Blues Traveler bit at the end where they're playing they're Amish and they're playing because Blues Traveler is fucking amazing. Even now, I still acknowledge Blues Traveler for what it was. You know, it's a shame that they had to disband and all that kind of stuff. Because
I didn't know like what
Christ.
happened to them. Like I knew they were a thing.
Their bass
for, like,
player
a while.
overdosed and died.
Yeah.
He had a drug problem. So, but anyway, yeah, that's. I just love Kingpin. And
I think
so
it's a good movie.
I've seen it so many times. It's insane how many times I've seen it.
It's definitely a movie. I feel like it's definitely a movie of its time. Like even all
yes.
even all the Amish stuff. It's like we were watching this and I was like, man, do you remember that summer where it's like, we're making fun of the Amish. Are you in?
Yeah.
And it's like everything was just like Weird Al. It's just like Amish.
Dude,
for real.
And it's like, wow. And then like it was like that summer of ska. Then it was just over.
Well, it was also one of those typical Fairley
My name
Brothers
is Earl.
movies
Had
Right.
those streak
where
episodes.
they
Yeah.
basically
Amish, yeah.
the whole where basically the whole movie is it's like when they're running the credits, it takes 5 minutes to run through all the songs that they played in the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's just a constant running like soundtrack.
Sure.
And they'll play, 5 seconds of a song.
Yeah.
And then they'll do a bit, and then they'll
Not
play
as good as
5
the Dumb and
seconds.
Dumber soundtrack.
Dumb and Dumber soundtrack was good as hell.
That fucking slapped.
It did.
And it still does. Today in the
Still
Discord, I
does.
posted Mary Moon,
Mary
Oh
Moon.
wow.
where we would argue
That
in middle
song.
school. We'd argue
That's
about
a
what her
long time.
name was
She's
for
a
hours.
vegetarian.
I had the liner notes. I know.
It's good shit.
Sounds like Mary Moo, though.
I always thought it was Mary Mo. Like
Boy,
M-O-E.
don't even get it. Let's not get into it. You're transporting me back to the time.
Sorry.
What about a Nick Cage movie?
I had to pick a movie I've never seen.
Me too.
Was it Racing with the Moon from 1984?
I chose the other one that pops up when you type in Nicolas Cage bowling into Google. I chose The Family Man.
Which
Okay,
I
mhm.
fucking love that movie.
Family Man
Yes.
is a good movie.
I haven't
love
seen
The
it.
Family
I haven't
Man.
seen it.
It's a good movie.
I've heard it's good, though.
I liked it.
I have a story about that to where the Family Man came out in 2000. My girlfriend and I at the time went and saw it in the theater for whatever reason. I was like, that was great. I would like to own that. So when Christmas time came around, hey, my dad wants to get you something for Christmas. What do you want? The Family Man on DVD. That was not an acceptable response to her father, who said, that's not manly enough of a movie. I'm going to get him a man's movie.
What the fuck?
And he got me Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Oh my god!
Did he miss the point of
tell
Tomb
me?
Raider?
Tell me her dad was a fucking douche. Tell me her dad was a fucking douchebag without telling me her dad was a fucking douchebag.
He was very
douchey.
I mean, I liked her dad, but he was the stereotypical. I have to be angry and macho.
I get that.
Yeah.
Did he
I
think
met
you
a
saw-
guy like that at the gas station, just literally before I came here. No shit, no joke. I met that guy. It might have been her dad.
Probably.
Do you think he thought you meant Family Guy?
This was
No,
When
no
did Family
potential
Guy come
son-in-law
out?
of mine's gonna watch cartoons.
that would have also been that would have also applied.
I don't know. Is the Family Man like not a
It's
masculine
It's
movie?
a
I'm
family.
trying
It's
to
a
remember.
rom-com.
It's a
I'm trying to
rom-com,
remember it.
yeah.
Like I remember Nick Cage wasn't he
He's
in a
a-
movie
he's a
called The
super-
Weatherman that came out like right around
I
that
don't
time?
know.
That's a
I
different.
think the
deal.
Weatherman
That's a
came out quite a bit later.
It was a little
Okay.
bit later,
All right.
and that was the plot of that was like that was
Totally
a good,
different.
That was a
No,
good
he's-
movie
It was a good
too.
movie. I remember watching that one.
He's a millionaire who has nothing but his job, penthouse clothes, cars, but he's ultimately lonely and sad. So then there's like a moment where he gets to suddenly he wakes up and he's back as if he had stayed with his college fiance and not, not broken up.
Vaguely remember.
So then he's
this.
living through that life he would have had as a family man, and it's very different. And then he wakes up back in his reality and tries to find her. And
Taya Leone.
yep,
Yeah,
Taya Leone.
Yeah. Don Cheadle.
It's a good movie. I recommend
Jimmy
it.
Piven.
Give it a watch.
I'll check it out
sometime.
I like a lot of the people in it. So
My movie, Racing with the Moon from 1984, is about two young men. This is Sean Penn and Nick Cage are in this together, and takes place in the 40s. It says it was about two young men who worked at a bowling alley that had been drafted into the Marines and are preparing to leave to go overseas to World War II. And I might watch this. I hadn't have time yet, but I might watch this one because it actually looked like it might be pretty good.
sounds good.
And I like young Sean Penn. I like his work. So But that's why I picked it, because it takes place in a bowling alley.
Does anybody say, God, I love old Sean Penn. I love his politics and everything he does.
His old
I love old
work.
Sean Penn.
His old work, not his old politics.
Can we say 3 good things? 3 good things about Brunswick World Tournament of Champions.
Maybe between us.
Yeah, between us we can, I'm sure.
And I bet one of them's all right. I did not come up with a full list on this one because I'm gonna be honest with you. Spoilers, I hated this game.
This game is a fucking bad, horrible game.
Terrible game. How the fuck do you mess up a goddamn bowling
I
game?
figured you guys would love it, and I'd be the odd man out.
No, it was
Being
not.
No,
good.
this is a bad.
awful. I bet David Ian fucking love the shit out of this game.
I'm not even
Fuck
putting
no.
this. I'm not even going to
Just
put
because we
this-
like the good golf game.
Well, when I don't understand something, it's like they probably got it and they probably liked it.
No, no.
I just don't get it.
I-
Because your actual play, like I don't know, he makes this look easy. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
I lost
the whole
every
time.
game. I got a couple strikes, but I mean, it's like that's. Look, can we start with bad things?
Yeah. Okay, let's start with bad things.
Hey, it's your show. You don't even have to do the good things if you don't want.
We can go.
I'm just
we can go a
saying.
little out
Fuck
of
it, let's
order.
go back to
We'll go
receiving and
just
hang
a
out with
little
John.
bit out of order.
For
Bad
once,
things first.
we're going to do things out of order. This show has been right on
By
the
the
money,
books.
by the fucking books. All
Above
up to
the
this
board.
point, I think we've earned a pass to do things just slightly out of order.
I agree.
So
here.
we can do we can do a good thing and a bad thing, and then a bad thing and a good
Fuck,
thing.
A good thing, bad thing sandwich.
This is the kind of outside the box thinking we need in this organization.
I agree.
guys.
Thank you, John, for being here to bring it out of us.
Man, I don't even know what's happening right now.
You will.
Okay.
Perfect.
But see, when you told me the name of the game, I actually thought, oh, that'll be a good game.
So did
because
we.
bowling is fun, and I've only played like 2 bowling video games, and they were fun. And
See,
how can you fuck
But
that
were they
up?
were they on the Wii and on the
Yes.
Switch?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
And the thing is, it's not that you can't have a good bowling game that doesn't involve actually using, the bowling motion like you do on the Wii and the Switch.
Yeah.
Those games are still amazing games,
I take
and
that
I
back.
still play them.
I'm pretty sure the other bowling game I played was actually like a stand-up arcade game where you
You
spun
do the track ball.
With the trackball?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played that, and that was also fun.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not that you can't have a good bowling game, that they couldn't have had a good bowling game on the SNES.
I agree with that statement.
What's wrong with it is the fact that it's just obtuse.
There's so much wrong with
Is
it.
it
The whole
super
thing
technical
is
or
just broken.
something?
It's not. No,
But they want it. They want it to
They
be.
want it to
feels
be
very
technical.
obvious that they
Yeah.
want it to be very technical. But the problem is that the way that they've designed the controls, it's completely unintuitive. And the reason I say that I know that they want it to feel as technical as possible is because you could choose the amount of wax that's on a lane and the pattern.
I didn't know.
and the pattern of the wax on the lane.
see, the
and
thing
it's-
is,
Yeah.
I knew what that meant. I knew what they were saying,
I didn't even
but
think it's like, oh, do they actually do that?
it was
Okay.
shittily implemented.
I
Go
thought the
ahead.
shoes were slippery.
There's like no indication. Like they tell you, like they'll give you a description of, oh, when you do the wax like this, it means that the ball's more likely to veer to the gutter. And it's like, okay, well, that's good information to have, I guess. But like, then you get to like the part where you're bowling, and then it's like they didn't pay attention to like any kind of like sports game that had been out
ever before it ever.
Yeah,
in
'cause
the
it's like you have-
fucking history of games.
You have like the golf,
including the game of bowling.
including bowling. Yeah, like in golf where you have like the swing power meter.
Yeah, the power meter.
They've got the power meter for
Right.
your throw, which
Fucking
totally makes
sense.
Yeah. But for whatever reason, it's like in a speedometer, kind of like, or
It's just like a golf swing, like you see in most golf games. It goes around the circle.
And I'm fine with this. This all makes sense so far.
Okay.
But what I'm not fine with is you handle your spin the same exact way. There's a meter that fills and then empties, and that determines how much spin you put on the ball.
But you don't want it to go it's not that you're trying to default it to spin the most at the top. It's like you got to know when to stop it.
The meters are separate.
Yeah.
The meters are separate.
2 separate meters. Do you
Yes.
do like one and then the other?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
you fire
Power and then spin, and when you hit
roll,
then you hit spin and it fires off the ball.
Right.
Okay.
The guy bowls.
But you don't have, and all of this is like fine, whatever. I don't really have a huge problem with. I don't have a huge problem with all of these elements. It's when it's that there's no indication of like. There's no indication of where the ball's going to go.
Right.
You just have to like know. You have to be like, okay, if I do the power at 75% and I do the spin at 30% and I stand at this location and aim at this location, there's no indicator.
Well,
of
let me throw this out.
There is something
set the
that
wax
shows
and
you
oil to be
how to aim.
Yeah,
Like you do have
right.
a reticle of some kind.
You do have an aiming reticle.
Let me
Yeah.
explain it.
Okay.
You've got your bowler standing at the end of the lane, and you can move him side to side.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then you know where the arrows are on the on the lane.
Yes.
That are like 6 feet ahead. It shows you.
Yes.
Kind of gives you a guide for where to roll the ball. There's a little blue indicator on those arrows that you can move back and forth with your shoulder buttons.
Okay.
All right. So my logic tells me if I move over to the right side of the lane and I put that little pin, that little blue indicator,
all the way to the left.
Just in the spot where I feel like I'm going to do it. So what I would do in real bowling is I would move over a couple of dots because there's dots where you stand. You line your toes up. That's where you know to start. And then on those arrows, I usually will move over to the right, and then I will put a little spin on the ball and throw it over a specific arrow because that's a guide to tell me where that ball is going to go.
Right.
Nothing about that is present in this game.
Immediately in the gutter. It's like for me, it was like
straight into the fucking
I mean,
gutter.
it's just like, and I mean, I would just throw it in the gutter sometimes, and it's like, homie, it is possible to stand on the far like right side of the lane, and then I don't know, man,
ride
throw
the gutter and curve it
I mean,
in.
but
That's how
no,
spin
you've got
works.
right, and you've got no like. It's just you. It's the game's like, no, man, you're too far to the right. It's in the gutter.
And for those
My
of you
techniques guarantee gutter balls.
For those of you who
male
haven't,
gutter balls.
For those of you who haven't seen people, really good bowlers bowl.
Yeah, they're
that's
almost
what they'll
always
do.
on the edge.
They'll go all the way over to the right, and then they will fire that ball off and ride the very edge of the gutter. And at the very last possible second, the ball breaks to the right or the left.
Right.
Well, and that makes
hits the
sense
pocket and knocks all the pins
because
down.
like I'm right-handed, so I don't go all the way to the right.
Right, just enough.
But I go a little bit to the right because I know that the ball is going to curve in a little bit because I'm right-handed and I'm throwing it kind of off
into the
side.
1-3 pocket.
So yeah, it's gonna move a little bit to the left.
Unless you're Tanya, who can throw a bowling ball razor straight with her right hand every time and get strike. Tanya is an unbelievably good bowler.
I remember you telling me
Hey,
she
if
used to
I
have her own
karate
ball,
style do
right?
it, like I can go right up that middle.
Yeah,
right up
well,
that middle.
you're not curving because you keep it straight that way. But
You were telling me she
I'll
had
find
her
a way
own
to curve
ball
it
and
at the very
everything,
end,
right?
granny
Like she
style,
was
but-
super into it.
her ball has a skull on it.
Damn, it's like
It says
fucking
Headhunter.
mystery man, right?
It says headhunter. It's not in it, but on it. But yeah, I like that. But yeah, if you try to line up your shot like you logically would for bowling, nope, it'll just shoot straight to the left.
So
Or
what you're
straight to the
saying
right or whatever.
is like practical bowling logic does not apply to this game.
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes
but
it
the
does.
problem is that it tries really hard to feel like real bowling. But I'm not like a huge bowler, but like this feels nothing like bowling to me. It seems like they were like took all the elements of bowling and put it in a game that feels less like bowling to me than like Wii Sports does with like with little me's and like all this like really
There's an ambiance.
abstracted.
There's an ambiance to those games that makes you feel like you're in a bowling alley and that you're in the experience. And to kind of bolster what you were saying, Dave, I do love bowling. I've spent a lot of time bowling. This game frustrated the shit out of me immediately.
I'm glad.
done.
I'm glad I'm not alone.
No, this game's
I was like,
fucking
man, I must be
done.
Homie,
stupid.
this game sucked.
I played.
This game
It was
sucked.
bad. I played this game
Oh my
I
God.
played one practice game and turned it the fuck off. I'm like, nope, I am not subjecting myself. I'm gonna in my achievements. I'll let you know what my score was.
Well, I've got like, okay, so beyond like the gameplay being bad, which I do think the gameplay is bad.
Yes, it is.
It looks horrible. There is no fucking charm to this game whatsoever. This game came out in 1997. Yeah, August 1997.
Wow.
But wait, didn't the N64 come out a year before? It did, John. It did. But wait, didn't the PlayStation come out almost 2 years before it? Yeah, it did. It sure did. But they did it anyway.
Nobody asked for this game, and nobody needs this game.
But wait, it came out on other consoles, right? No, just the Super Nintendo, only in North America. Which that part I understand.
Yeah.
The only in North America part is like
Somebody
the only
lost
part I
a bet
understand.
during a bowling, an actual match of bowling.
Someone at Brunswick accidentally ordered a bunch of Super Nintendo cartridges. Is what happened.
We gotta do something with these, man.
Fuck! You filled the form out wrong. You were supposed to order balls.
Not Super Nintendo cartridges.
Well, they shouldn't put them right next to each
boxes
other.
are right.
I mean, who knew if I place the order for a fucking custom video game that they'd actually just ship them?
Well, and you pick different bowling balls like you're at Ollivander's wand shop in Harry Potter because they're like all these different balls
Holy
and cores
shit,
and colors
I know.
and types and spare balls and regular balls, and I don't understand.
That is
any of it.
realistic. That is realistic.
I just wish it had explained it better.
It explains
Yes.
it, but it explains it in a way that like I couldn't understand. You know, they're like they're using real bowling terms, and it's like I can't really fault them for that because their audience is there's bowlers. I mean, it's like
This
Like
is a
super serious bowlers.
targeted demographic.
yes, very targeted. Not just bowlers, but like bowlers who watch and follow bowling.
Okay.
Because there's an option, which I went through all of it, a very long option where you can like like trading cards. You can just like view bowlers.
Yep.
And like
And
you
see how
can
much they made.
See how much they've made their annual income based on tournaments.
They're
and,
wildly
like, their
different.
Records.
It's like
they are wildly different. Yeah.
Oh, this guy's just a hobby.
Oh
this
fuck!
guy does
This guy won the Old Spice tournament. I mean, it's like stuff like that.
Is it
He won
like
$10,000 in 1977.
is it like Gran Turismo granular like but bowling like
Man, I don't want to even compare this
Okay,
game to Gran
sorry.
Turismo because Gran
I just mean,
Turismo is
like-
a good game.
yeah.
It's not
absolutely.
for everybody, but it's like it is a good
I
game.
think they were shooting
Eastwood was great
for
in
the Gran Turismo of bowling.
Gran Torino.
and just fucking
It's
missed.
got the Gran Torino of bowling. Yeah,
just
exactly.
missed horribly.
They did. It's just somebody.
It's just not fun.
It's not fun.
It's-
This is for someone who just cannot get enough, and the only option for me to bowl at home was to play Brunswick Tournament of Champions.
Hey,
Man,
that begs the question.
Set some bottles up, man, and get a softball because you're gonna have a lot more fucking fun doing that than playing.
mentioned-
this
Well, that's
video
how
game.
Roy Munson did it.
No shit.
You mentioned like
3
all
months
the
ago.
other consoles that this didn't come out on, and how late it was in the life of its console. At this time in the general area, were there any other bowling games? Like, were there any other options for a bowling video game? Like even DOS, like any that you know
I'm sure
of?
there was
like,
a DOS one.
I'm just curious if they just were like, well, we got the fucking market cornered. You know, there's no other bowling games.
I honestly-
people who love bowling will play this game.
I honestly don't know. I know that Neo Geo had a bowling game. That might be the arcade game. I don't know if that had a home release. I don't know the answer to that. As far as like Super Nintendo goes, I mean, I can't name you another one. So yeah, maybe they did feel like they had the market cornered. But like the whole like lead up to me like saying this game was 1997 and all that was that it
Looks shitty.
it looks real bad. And it looks bad in a way where they're like instead of leaning into what the Super Nintendo does, well, they instead are it's like they're looking at N64 games and PlayStation games and being like, can we do that on a Super Nintendo? And the answer is not really. No.
Yeah.
So they got like a lot of like the bowler looks real like mocap, like pre-rendered.
Okay.
And because of that, it's really like it's very stiff feeling. And then like there's
They didn't like Mode 7 a bunch of shit.
No.
did they?
no,
There was
they didn't
no
Mode
Mode
7 a
7.
bunch
Oh,
of
okay.
shit. I mean,
10th frame on DOS 1986.
Okay.
I bet it was
86.
more fun.
If I can find one, it
That's-
looks better. Just going to the gameplay pictures, like
11 years earlier.
Good
like-
Lord, it does.
It looks
11
like a
years
lot
earlier
better.
and
Yeah.
still looks better. That's
Yeah, the game looked really bad. And then there's like you can see a close up of your bowler like whenever the ball hits the pins and it like shows his reaction and it looks like a super low res like real time video of like Reboot where it's just this like 3-frame animation of like a 3D human like holding his head like
a
mamma
glitter
mia.
ball. Mamma mia.
Well, in 1998 on PlayStation 1, there was the Animaniacs 10-pin alley bowling.
Ooh, that
game.
looks fun.
That looks like
That's 98. So right the year after this.
I think there's a Flintstones bowling game too. Yeah, that's it,
huh?
John. You found it.
Yeah, sorry. I was so curious. I
Yeah,
had to
I'm glad-
look. Yeah, this.
And hey, there's a actual gameplay of this that Dave put up for the YouTube channel.
Yeah, on the
if you want to
TADPOG
watch.
YouTube.
You made
and
it look
see how
easy
bad it
compared to
is.
my experience.
Oh
with
boy,
it. You did a
man,
good job compared to me playing.
man, that it was rough because I mean it was like I tried. Okay, good things.
Was this Tournament of Champions?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Street Fighter.
Yeah, people do that all the time.
Yeah,
don't
I know.
they?
It's
Yeah.
wild. I always have to correct people.
Kids,
Feel
I
like a
brought
douche, but-
I brought you that game you wanted.
yeah.
Oh,
Bone
there's
Storm.
bowling on the Atari 2600, 1970.
I do remember
1979.
that game. I had that, or I didn't have it, but I played that.
Featuring more options than this game had: curveball, steerable ball, straight ball. You didn't have that option.
No. I mean, you did if you could figure out the fucking like dials. The whole game felt like trying like playing an Etch a
Bless
Sketch.
you.
Yes, bless you.
Thank you.
Because it's like, okay, so in order to make a straight line, like turn. Okay, now I'm going to try to do a curve. Do I do like both of both these knobs?
Etch a Sketch presents.
You're right. Yeah.
Brunswick tournament of
Played
that's
with
an
boobs for the
excellent
first time.
analogy.
It is like it's like it's
Tune
like
in
playing
Tokyo.
bowling. Yeah,
That is an excellent analogy.
playing bowling with an via an Etch a Sketch. This is what hell is like. Good things.
You could turn off the music. That was a good thing.
That was a good thing.
'Cause the
There's like
music-
two songs.
The
in the
music
game.
wasn't
Music
like
was annoying.
fire.
No, it wasn't. There's like two songs, and it's like playing game after game after game, and it was like, does the music ever change? You know what I mean? Like it's noticeable. Like and it's like I only played the game for
It's
an hour,
noticeably repetitive.
and it's just
yes.
like okay, all right.
It's the same 4 bars over and over and over and over. It's terrible.
Yeah, it sounds gross.
You can. There are different gameplay modes.
Oh, we were saying good things. Sorry.
You said you could turn it off. That's a good thing.
Oh yeah. You could turn that shit off.
There's tournament play, there's league play, and then there's quick play. Tournaments are hard. They're very difficult because it's like you're going up against like bowlers.
Those same guys you're reading about.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is the motherfucker who won the Old Spice shit. I don't stand a
$10,000
chance.
in 1977 is a lot of fucking money, man.
No shit. So, I mean, but it's nice that you have different play modes. Up to 4 people can play. That's nice too. You pass the
Up
controller.
to 4 people can suffer.
Yeah.
At the same
I
time.
see.
Same for Human Centipede.
Dad, I see.
Right, yeah.
I see Dad coming home. Kids, dust off the Super Nintendo. I got us a game that we're all gonna play.
I'm
as
playing a man's
family.
game, Tomb Raider. Dad, fuck off.
Jerk off to these triangle tits. You piece
Why
of
do I
shit
even
girl.
fucking bother?
Vector boobies.
Any more good things?
No, that's it.
That's right.
Get a boner for Angelina Jolie and then use it on my daughter, you fuck. Not
Sorry.
a movie about appreciating your spouse and significant other.
Sorry, there's no room for that.
Who wants that?
I had the damnedest time trying to put in my name because the ball like floats over all the characters in really weird ways. Like, so I'm trying to put in Tyrone. It's like, not typo. Nope. TYP. TYP. No. TYR. TYP. And I just could not tell where anything was.
Typo.
It would have been
Typone.
easier to put in typo than Tyrone. Hands down.
This gentleman's name is Typone.
So and then I mean the sound effects, like it sounded like a
Did
strike.
have some bowling sounding things in it. Yes, I would have liked to. No, I wouldn't. I mean, again, the noise in the bowling alley is a very distinct sound. You get that in Wii Bowling. You know, it's a big open room. You hear voices like chatter. I think that if they had tried to do that in the Super NES, it probably would have sounded real bad.
I think
I was missing that. It was too quiet.
I agree with you. I was missing it too, and I thought about it. I think that was a design decision. I think they decided to make it feel like a professional bowling game.
Right, because in a professional game,
that makes sense.
Generally, people aren't screaming and yelling and hollering and stuff
until the ball goes.
That's the truth.
It makes it a hell of a lot less atmospheric. Like this game has zero charm. It's no charm.
None.
Charisma is its dump stat. Like it is an ugly game that has like honestly no redeemable like art quality or no.
I mean from the box
You
to
have a
the
plum
game
jacket?
to the end of the game.
You can't
So
change
it's
your
ugly,
jacket colors.
Green and plum.
So it's ugly. It sounds bad. It's got shitty controls.
Boring.
It's boring.
And the box art sucks.
Sounds pretty sweet, man.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
This
Can't
is a
wait.
buy for
I would
me.
definitely rather play this game than actually go bowling, where I'll probably have some fun.
Yeah, actual bowling's like way more fun than this. Even if it is more expensive, it's it's worth the extra. I don't know, $5.
I don't know, man.
I
I
wanna
bet
see the
this.
kid
I
who
bet this
plays
game
this.
cost $50 in 1997.
I don't know how much it cost then and how much it costs now.
I want to see the kid who plays this and then tries to go real bowling and is very confused.
Man, I don't think a kid. Fuck, man. I had trouble sticking with this.
How do I pick
As an
my
adult.
wax?
Excuse me, Gutterman. I would like the wax on the sides and less in the middle, so my ball pattern is
The old gutterman.
Can't find Gutterman.
Wow, nice Pearl Jam reference there. I like
Thanks.
that.
Thank you.
So where did it lose you? What was your moment? You were like,
That's a funny
"Okay, I'm out."
question.
Do you remember when in the old show I Dream of Jeannie, where Jeannie, when she would make something happen, she would wink her head and wink her eyes and shake her head, and her little ponytail would bob. It was as if I started the game and Jeannie's little pa-ting happened, and I
boy.
instantly hated it.
I
That's
seriously,
how fast it was.
I seriously thought he said, "When did it lose you?" And I seriously thought you were going to say, "Do you remember the loading screen?"
I probably should have said that instead.
It has a more promising start than Kawasaki Caribbean Challenge does, though, because like that one with that light blue screen that shows up, and it's like licensed by Nintendo.
At least that was funny.
Yeah, that is a good point. That was funny.
That had charm.
Yeah, it did. It did. You're right.
So literally, the loading screen from another game is better than this actual game.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's a good way of putting it.
So
Cool.
far in
Yeah.
this discussion, that's about where we've arrived.
Yeah, boy.
That's but like the second or third frame where I tried going all the way over and putting the spin on the ball and it going into the gutter was just like, okay, nope, I'm out.
Instant loss of appeal.
Buy, rent, or birthday.
No one better fucking get this for me for my birthday.
Well, no, you can always take it back and get a different,
Not
a better
always.
game. Well, yeah, that's true.
Did they leave the receipt in there?
Is the plastic still on the
I
box?
forget.
Even Toys R Us has a sign up behind the counter. It's like no returns for Brunswick World
I
Champion.
always forget that everything's not Walmart, you know.
Or Amazon
is-
or
Prime.
Amazon
yeah. We are spoiled rotten. I worked at a Toys R Us in the video game booth, and we had very, very strict return policies.
With acid.
Acid Randy.
Randy. How can I
He
not-
didn't. He
Acid
didn't.
Randy.
He didn't work there. I met him
Ah.
while he was shopping
He lived
for video
behind
games.
it.
He recruited me
He
into
shoplifted me.
He recruited me into his satanic pizza delivery cult.
Right. Oh, right.
But
God, what was the name of that pizza place?
Sir Pizza.
Sir Pizza.
Ugh.
It's great.
Ugh.
It's so good.
If maybe it's different from
you
when you
better
worked there.
bite your tongue,
I
young
had it
lady.
in Lexington. It's different now.
Oh, is it not
It's
good
different
now? I believe. That I can believe.
Whenever we took Artsy AJ to see Elton John, that was the pizza place closest to our hotel. So we got Sir Pizza.
Did you ask for Acid Randy? That might have
Is
been
he
where you
still
fucked
there?
up.
He isn't still there. Well, I don't think he might have moved back. But got his own store. I don't know.
Like, bro, you got to ask for Acid Randy to make your shit, man.
Randy is
he does it
probably
right.
one of our listeners. Randy, if you're out there, give me a call. I miss you. Brother.
Call Ian.
When you were there,
I need some acid.
did you have the cube pepperonis like you had on school pizza?
Yep.
That's what they had there when I
Sir Pizza
there.
was really good when I was working there, but then it's been 25, 30 years.
You've
so.
never looked at me with more contempt than when I went, ugh, Sir Pizza.
I mean, I gotta be like,
I love you, Tyler.
I don't know. I'm not on the cubed pepperoni train, but I never had Sir Pizza. I was a
kids
Donato's
hated
boy all through and through.
Yeah.
That's some good ass pizza. That might be
I like
bad
a
now.
crispy
I
You
don't
lived
know.
in Louisville.
Donato's
Tony Bombas. What was the
Tony
name?
Boombas.
Boombas, yeah.
I like
That
Tony
was some
Boom.
pretty
Tony
good pizza.
Boomballs was bougie pizza.
It
My
kinda
pizza of
was,
choice was
yeah.
Spinelli's in Louisville.
I don't know that I ever had
Oh
that.
fuck, I love Spinelli's.
Sorry.
Well, I can't
Like
speak to the
Spicoli's?
pizza places.
Regional pizza talk.
I can't speak to the Louisville pizza places, but back in the day, Sir Pizza was kind of the shit, and their gimmick, they cut it in squares. Do they still cut it in squares?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Well, I have no
Okay.
problem with the square cut.
No, I like square pizza.
I
It's
order it
fine.
square cut if I can because I like.
I
to
just
eat that
want
way.
them to make it the same size as the box.
Mm.
So it's square and it actually fits in a square box, you know.
Roman style pizza.
Is that what that is?
Square. Yep.
Okay.
I like square just fine on like thin crust. Man, but if it ain't thin crust, I like to have a handle.
I can see that, but I don't mind.
If I have a fork, it's no big deal. And if it's deep dish, it sure as fuck don't matter. But like, when it's like a hand tossed, I don't know, man. I like to have a handle if I can.
Okay.
I
get that.
just need to get it in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't care how. That's the one food I'll
lance
eat.
or shield.
Girl saying.
Yes. This is the one food
just
I'll
need to
eat
get it in
with
my
my
mouth.
hands, and they'll get dirty and filthy because I'm usually really picky.
That's enough receiving talk.
Is there a none of the above option?
Yeah, there is.
I don't want this game
Okay, me neither.
in my life.
Acid Randy, reach out 270-883-2555 if you're listening.
Please call. Big Eagles fan, Randy was.
Philly?
Philly. He
Yeah.
loved Philly. He and I were always at odds with one another.
Oh, yeah, because
I was
Steelers fan.
Steel
Yeah.
City all the way, baby. So
Oh, that's a really cool hat. Man.
thank you.
It's vintage.
That's awesome.
It's an old vintage replica hat.
I have a Steelers hat I wear at work that my predecessor left me,
Nice.
and I get a lot of shit from administration about.
Don't you worry about it. See, now I support what you're saying.
I just like
now I'm
yellow.
looking at you with love.
So okay, good.
If I had to pick, this is a rental. It's just I might have rented it thinking, oh, this might be cool,
How
and then been
disappointed.
seriously wanting my $3.99.
Man, how slim do the pickings have to be for a, I don't know, let's say 12-year-old kid to be like, yeah, I'm going to get this bowling game.
Not only that,
Well, I
but like,
Brunswick, I love their pants.
I wasn't 12 in 1997.
I know, I'm just saying.
But
like,
yeah,
you know,
you're not
when you're
wrong.
renting.
But for me, I'm as an adult, I might have given it a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know, it might be fun.
I
but
can't
it wasn't.
imagine a blockbuster in the world though that's like, what are the kids like now? 1997.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo games.
Bowling?
Right.
They got a bowling game. Let's do
What,
it.
Netflix
80
will sell
copies.
themselves to us? No, pass. We're Blockbuster. We're all about making good decisions. Well, let's see. So now we are at the cost, rarity, and rating segment.
How much do you fellows think that this game costs? If you were to buy it now, how much do you think you'd pay for it?
$13.99.
I bet with it being a 97 release and being sort of shitty, I bet it's expensive. I bet there's not a lot of copies of it floating around.
Yeah.
So I want to say 50.
I was thinking rare, but like I got to offset that by the fact that it's shitty. So I'm
Which could make it
thinking
more.
Well, yeah, you're right because not many people might buy it. But
People will pay premiums for coins that were stamped wrong. You know what I mean?
That's
And
true,
They're
that's
shitty
true.
coins, but they're unique.
I'm gonna
in their
say
shittiness.
$22.50.
$22.50.
Okay.
Actual retail value of, man, this game, even its name is horrible. Brunswick World Tournament of Champions.
Because it's a bowling game that doesn't have bowling in the title. Like,
I know.
I didn't even think about that, but
Like,
shit.
if
man.
I
Is this
didn't
an
know-
advert game?
if I didn't know Brunswick was a
Brunswick.
bowling company, I wouldn't know what the fuck this game was about.
Yeah, we didn't know. I mean, well, Ian knew.
Ian,
with Brunswick.
1 out of 3 retro podcasters knew.
I mean, Ian, we're
What
the old guys.
Brunswick
We know
was.
what Brunswick's about.
But I mean, fuck, this is technically an advert game, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Brunswick's
I mean, it's sponsored.
in the title.
It's a company's game. Yeah.
And it's poorly done.
Right.
It's poorly implemented. I think that's a staple of an advert game. Just like Kawasaki Caribbean Challenge and Kawasaki Superbike Challenge.
Yeah.
This is yet another promotional item that appeals to a very specific group of people that even then probably wouldn't care much for the final product. So
The actual value of Brunswick World Tournament of Champions for the Super Nintendo used on average, according to PriceCharting.com at the time of this recording, is $6.49.
Damn.
I was more than double.
Well, I was way off.
I was double, and you guys were like, Tyler was at 50.
Yep, I was.
That's 6 times more.
Missed
than
it
what it's
by
actually,
that much.
That much.
Just a bit outside.
outside.
So, what do you think? How did Flopsy rate this game, and what is the rarity of this game?
2 stars common for me.
I was gonna say very uncommon.
I'm with you on very uncommon because one of those
Is
Kawasaki
rare an
games was
option?
very uncommon too, and it was also a cheap ass game.
Yep.
Is rare an option?
Yeah.
There is rare. So there's very uncommon and then rare.
I presume
There's
so.
uncommon,
That's-
very uncommon, and rare. We have run into a very uncommon or 2.
right.
But no rare.
We have not run into a rare yet, but
Donkey Kong Country.
I just didn't know if that was
Donkey
like
Kong
an
Country.
option or if
Donkey Kong
very
Country?
It's rare.
uncommon was as far as the scale. So-
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm taking,
episode 713.
I'm taking a deep breath.
1.5 stars. Common.
I bet Flopsy loved it.
I don't think
I
Flop-
bet
there's
Flopsy
no way,
3
really?
stars.
What?
I'm gonna say Flopsy gave
Whoa.
it 3 stars. I disagree.
Whoa.
But
Yeah,
I bet
yeah.
Flopsy gave it 3
Why?
stars.
Why?
I bet they're gonna say depth, options, and that bowling. I don't know. For some reason,
way.
I just think
Only
that
if the
somebody
guy that reviewed it worked for fucking Brunswick.
in the pocket of Big Brunswick, I don't know.
or was the guy that won $10,000 in 1977.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Old Spice tournament. Yeah,
Yes.
I remember that.
I'm doing
Don't we all?
1.5.
What a year.
I'm with you.
Star Wars.
And the Old Spice
the Old
bowling
Spice tournament is the
tournament, yeah.
highlights of my 4th year on this planet.
1.5 stars. Very uncommon is what I'm going.
Okay.
According to the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998, by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Mike and a mysterious benefactor.
That book is beautiful.
It is. Here, you want me to pop it for you?
Yes, please. Oh my god.
You like that? You like that?
Oh,
It goes all the way down, John.
I can only get so hard, Dave. Come on.
Whew. Holy fucking God, they gave it 3 stars.
You're fucking
I
shitting
knew it.
me.
I
God
knew
damn
it.
it.
Holy shit.
God fucking damn it. Fuck this book in the goat ass. Fuck this book.
The look on your
Fuck
face
this
when you
book.
I
saw
think
it.
it has enough superficiality to it that'd be like, oh yeah, okay.
We give it 3
But did
stars
anyone
simply
play-
because there are no other bowling games for the Super Nintendo.
Dear Pat Contry, did anyone play this video game?
Hey, did you guys get that check from Brunswick? Have you cashed it?
Yeah, we did.
Did it go through?
Yes.
All right, 3 stars,
Print it.
motherfuckers.
It is a common game. So I think you got it in 2, didn't you? Did you say?
I said very
Oh,
uncommon.
I had common.
I'm sorry, I mixed it.
I said
I
2
also
stars.
said common, but I said
I was
1.5
way
stars.
Okay, so I need a
let's
fucking
read
reason.
the review.
Oh, let's hear it.
This is from reviewer MV. Reflections. I'm pretty good at video game bowling, but there is something about this title that got me totally hooked.
Oh, I see what you did there, MV.
I sunk more hours into it than I'd like to admit and won each of the tournaments. I also spent an embarrassingly large chunk of time dressing my bowler up in different clothing. For the record, all you can do is fucking change the color of their clothes.
Yep. Embarrassingly amount of time. It takes 2 minutes to scroll through the clothes and the shoes and everything. So
The reviewer continues, I may have an addiction to bowling games. When Wii Sports was released, I called out of work for a week to play the bowling portion. When I tried to return, I was advised that I was going to need a doctor's note. Luckily, I have a really understanding family doctor. I'd like to point out that half of that review was a story about Wii Sports, which, like, look, I get it. We do that shit too.
That was a great game, though.
But it was a great
Yeah.
game, and
It's the antithesis of this game.
it is. It is the antithesis of this game.
It's the Waluigi of Wii Sports.
Fuck, man.
God,
Yuck.
what a tool.
Yuck. Yuck.
MV,
3
I'm going
stars.
on the fucking record.
Fuck,
You're a
dude.
fucking tool.
This is why.
wrong.
This is why more than one person needs to review a game. Like, this is why you need like
It's like
checks
an
and balances.
average
Averages,
score.
yes, an
I
average
can't
score.
stand for this dictatorship no more. So let me just find some games. Name a good game that we'll find out is worse than Brunswick.
Oh,
Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run?
Yep.
Worse.
Fuck.
Well, yeah, those are pretty bad games. I'll flip it to you. Jesus Christ. I just can't.
No, it's fine.
Where would you
Fine.
put it in your top 100, bottom 100?
The bottom.
What's
I
in
would
the
put this
bottom?
in the bottom 100.
It's in the bottom.
This isn't like as egregious as Street Hockey, but like it's
Terminator.
in that same fucking category for me, where it's just like no charm. It's an ugly, unfun game with bad controls.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that's just this
I would
game
play Terminator
fucking
over this.
No, you're
sucks,
not.
man.
you would play
Yep.
Terminator
You're not
over
wrong.
this?
I'd play Terminator
All
over
right,
this.
okay.
I would also play Terminator over this. I would play Baby's Kids over this. I'd play Home Improvement. Yeah, Ian would not play Terminator over this. Not a chance in hell.
I'll put my dick in this before I'll play Terminator again.
Prove it.
Bring it out.
Man, this thing will cut you. It's cut
You
me
bring
several
it
times.
out.
Put my dick in
Not
it.
the book, the game.
Oh,
Give me the
also
game
thought you meant the
cartridge. I'll
book.
fuck it.
I was like, we're going to slam Ian's dick in a book.
It's a new segment. Can we do it twice a week?
only if the Patreon donors double their donations.
Oh, man.
We'll upload to Pornhub. Patreon, $2,000. Ian slams his dick in a book and put it on Pornhub.
We'll have a penguin before we get there.
And some Jacob. All right.
You guys have any achievements?
I didn't even have the energy. to do-
Yes.
I did one.
What you got?
You got Munsoned. And to get you got Munsoned, bowl below the score of 10 in your entire first game. This happened to me.
I was going to ask, is that possible?
8. I finished a full 10 frames of bowling with a score of 8. I am not that bad at video games. I could not do it.
Or bowling.
Or bowling.
Certainly.
I could not do this. Shit is what I said a lot. So I got Munsoned. Anyway, that's all I got this week.
I've got a couple. The first of which is, oh, I think I tore my sack. In order to unlock, oh, I think I tore my sack. Choose to play with 2 16-pound balls. which you can choose your balls in the game.
The main and the backup, the cleanup. But you can make them both the same weight. That's wonderful.
Next
I
achievement.
didn't know that.
10 frames. Psh, that's for Quakers. In order to unlock 10 frames, that's for Quakers. Finish a full 10 frames in league play. Next achievement I have is, hey, I hope you don't mind. I got up a little early, so I took the liberty of milking your cow for you. Yeah, it took a little while to get her warmed up. But she sure is a stubborn one. Then pow, all at once.
Brother Munson, we don't have a cow.
In order to unlock that, I better brush my teeth. In order to unlock that achievement, you go 9 frames without a strike, and then all at once get 3 strikes in the 10th frame.
Nice.
My last achievement is you're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels. In order to unlock you're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels, you bowl a perfect game.
Nice.
Which is
not easy.
Game Genie.
This MV probably got that achievement.
Probably.
I had 2.
We Amish do everything half again as good as you white people, Quakers.
My first achievement is Tyler Holland. You unlock Tyler Holland by getting 6 gutter balls in a practice game of Brunswick World Tournament.
I got that one. I got that one too.
Yep, me too. And then the other one is best guy in the world. Never heard of him. You unlock that by being dead on center. At the last second, the ball veers into the gutter right before it hits the pins. I got that a lot. Don't know how I did it, why I did it, what the logic is behind it, but that
Force
happened
powers.
a lot.
You never have to think about it again if you don't want to.
Okay, I won't.
Okay.
You guys want to see what we're going to play next?
Yes.
Yeah. So do we want to figure out some ratings?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a beard, sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would give it the beard of one Bizarro Lebowski. So it's like Lebowski, but from Bizarro World, so it's terrible.
Mine would be Bull Cum.
Where you drink a bucket of fresh bull cum.
Tyler,
Bull from Night Court.
Of course. What did you think I was talking about?
No, Bull from Night Court's way better than this game, from what I can tell.
Bull from Night Court comes way more than a bucket.
At once.
Pow. Tyler, if you were to give this game a pair of glasses.
It's like the TDK guy sitting in the chair.
Blasted.
What kind of glasses would you give it?
Bizarro Donnie's glasses from the Big Lebowski.
Okay, yeah.
So there you go. Now let's figure out what we're going to play next.
Okay.
What rows we're going to get pinned on our chest for next week.
Okay.
So grab that batter up peripheral, plug it in, do our ritual where our no holes and go in random directions and say the prayer we all love to say. Whammies, whammies, whammies. Stop.
709.
Have we done it?
No.
Ooh, that's way up there. It's W's.
It is.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, 3 stars.
3 stars. W's.
He's like, I've been doing this for 700 episodes, motherfuckers. I'm good at it.
713.
Yeah. Confirmed.
713B.
Does it start with world?
Technically, no.
But it's in the title somewhere?
I feel like that's you should get there, right? From technically, world's not in the title. Technically, it's not. I'm assuming the first W in this represents world.
www.
WWF
thoughts.
Wrestling
Game.
WrestleMania.
It is WWF Raw. Like Raw Julia.
Raw Julia.
WWF Raw Julia.
That was for you, terrified Michelle. Mwah.
We danced the babushka, brother.
There are several WWF games, I believe. I don't know if we want to do them all in one go or not.
Ooh.
I don't have a lot to say. You guys might. So I'm happy.
A lot of them are pretty similar. I know there's that one where the Undertaker throws like ghosts out of his hand and shit.
Ooh.
I hope that's this one.
There are arcadey ones.
So Raw represents the era of wrestling that I was probably most into.
Attitude Era.
Yeah, I was
Baby,
into
I like
Raw.
it raw.
I was into it.
Raw.
We'll do some research. And then
Degeneration
decide.
X.
At the very least, we'll do that game. But if it all makes sense, we'll do more.
Okay. Wrestling.
We're on a sports kick.
We are.
As Phil predicted one day would happen to us.
I was going to say this was
As was
predicted,
prophesized.
to us by the great Sandwich Pope that we would hit.
He's all right.
A streak.
Great guy. Okay, Sandwich Pope.
Milk toast.
Yeah,
Pope.
great guy. Great guy.
There's a purpose.
No, he's really cool. He's a
Just
good dude.
professionally, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
If I could vote for a pope.
Might be gray smoke in that guy. Right here. Maybe we're not to white smoke just yet, but
He said some pretty controversial sandwich. I've seen him say controversial sandwich stuff in Discord. Just gonna say. Great guy. Love Phil.
We want to take a break and move on to our next segment.
Yeah.
which segment is next?
Not the intro. I'll tell you that
Definitely
much.
Definitely
not the
yeah,
intro.
You're right. We did that one.
It's Community Corner. Stay tuned. All right. We tested and are rolling.
All right. Community Corner.
I got cockroach release vapor or something.
Hey, did you swallow that cockroach?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay,
Take a little sip of water.
You all right? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I thought it was a bit.
No. No. I can tell. Now I have hiccups.
Something and he's silencing me.
I can tell that was legitimate.
Oh my God.
Community Corner.
Community
Corner.
Still got to find some free open source banjo music to use over there. No, not that one. That's
No,
copyrighted,
that's
by somebody.
Yeah. Yeah,
Have you tried opensourcebanjomusic.net?
Duh.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you think I got it?
It's my top hit. I go there every day looking for free new open source banjo
Let's register
music.
that right now. Point it to the Discord server.
Or bit.ly/TADPOG Discord.
That works too for now, I guess.
Well, I know we don't have any quizzes or anything, so we want to go straight to some calls.
We could do some calls. John brought us some snacks.
Oh, we did. Yes, forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I
Some
don't know if y'all want to
snacks.
do that like right now. Do you want to do it
Let's
right
do that
now?
first.
Right now.
Rip it open.
Fuck that Walmart bag.
Yeah, fuck these 6 Walmart bags that I put this in to try to keep it cold.
Or
It is
as
still
we
a
like to
little cold.
call it, as the Kentucky Cooler.
Yeah. It's plastic is a good insulator.
Isn't there a real drink called Kentucky Cooler?
I don't know.
It seems like
There's Kentucky Ale. I know that. And there's Kentucky.
I don't know Kentucky Ale. I know
There's like
Ale
a
81.
cream Kentucky Ale. I'll pick that up later. Yeah, so shit's still sealed up. Nah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Love this shit. It's
Good
really
pimento
good.
cheese. I'm
It's
familiar with that
like,
brand.
I'm not like I don't
I read that as
love
Jim Davis. It's Jim David.
It's Jim
I looked
David.
down
Yeah,
and I was
no,
like-
no. I did
was
the
like,
same
Jim
thing.
Davis brand cheese.
I did the
Round
same
Garfield.
thing.
It's
funny
lasagna flavored
because it's got
cheese.
8 fucking names. It's Jim David Fresh Farm Fresh Meats Grandma Wathen's Jalapeno Pimento Cheese Salad. Hot. And it's not hot. It's not even remotely
Too many
fucking hot.
goddamn names, Jim
It's
David.
got way too many fucking words.
Who are you, David
on
Crane?
the fucking
Not to be consumed on Mondays.
A sleeve of
a
Ritz.
sleeve of Ritz.
Just
a
for me
jar
to eat.
of Mount Olive brand jalapeno slices. I guess we're just gonna pull them out of there. So
Okay.
there we go.
You want me to?
I don't
after
want to
all that
like
hacking,
touch
you
your
really want me to
food.
dip into that
Here,
with my
okay.
fingers?
You touched my asshole, John, so it's fine. You can touch my food.
I've touched your asshole.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
We were all
He's
there.
in receiving. You're both fired.
All right, I'm gonna reach in here and get a jalapeno
Okay.
for you.
Yep.
Okay. So
So me.
sorry. I'm gonna get 2.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like it needs 2. That's just me.
You're
I
the
like
chef. You're the gourmand.
2. Gourmand. I don't know what that means, but it sounds awesome. All right.
Yeah, just could you do me up one the way you would do you up one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That way I can get.
See,
That way
like,
I can make
depending
sure I get
on
in
the
full
Make the
amount
perfect
of
bite.
like
Yes.
cheese and stuff depends on like the number of jalapenos that are applied. I'm going to say that you might could go 3 with that amount, but
Do 3.
We'll go
If you
3.
could go 3,
yeah,
go
yeah.
3.
No. I get that. That was a top. We don't want that.
You're right.
Perfect.
Accurate.
Perfect. It was Mr. Chandler here.
I've opted out of
no
the
jalapeno.
option 'cause
That's
do not
okay.
like
I think
them.
you'll still like it. Like it's just so good. But like to me, the jalapenos fucking make it. Like I love pickled jalapenos.
Smells
I
good.
fucking love them.
Smells good.
I love pickled jalapenos as well, but I can almost guarantee you, we'll see. I'm not gonna say anything.
Ready? Go. The
That's
pimento
good.
cheese is delicious, but you're right. It is not.
It's
hot.
not hot. It's sweet.
It's got a little.
It's got a sweetness to it, and
sweetness.
that's what I love about the jalapeno. Like mixes
It needs
with
the
that
brininess
sweetness.
of the.
Yeah,
I need it.
it needs that vinegar hit from the pickled jalapenos.
It does have a little sting on the follow up on the cleansing swallow. It's a little bit stingy. but
God damn, Jim David.
It's pretty good pimento
It's good.
cheese. I like that.
I like pimento cheese
I do too.
in general,
I
but
do
yeah,
too.
that's
Little
good.
Pimento cheese sandwich with some Doritos. Hell
sir.
yeah. Mm.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Broke all a piece.
Also, the Ritz we are consuming are the roasted vegetable.
Roasted vegetable. Yeah, I like them a little better than the regular Ritz.
That explains all the shit on them. They're good.
That's not mold. That's not mold. Those are roasted vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah, but this combination of things, I could eat myself sick on these. Like, we'll just fucking eat half that fucking.
That's not something a sober John Turley would do.
Well, I don't know. Sober John Turley has done it.
When I was on keto, I ate a lot of pork rinds with pimento cheese as a dip.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can see that.
It's all fat.
It has more names than Daenerys Targaryen.
Man, it really does. Yeah. There's a lot
Mother
of
of Dragons?
a lot of words.
Breaker of Chains?
Stormborn?
A lot of words on the label.
That pimento cheese is Stormborn.
It's good shit. Like
It is good. It's really good.
My son Miles is Stormborn. He was born during a massive storm. The power went out.
he knocked the power out at a local hospital.
Literally as soon as they got him out of his mother, the power went out. It was weird. Because I've never known the power at a hospital to go out before, but it did.
Duncan McLeod probably cut someone's head off in the basement.
Probably. I mean, that happens so much around here.
I was at Apex.
Kentucky quickening.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I was at Apex when that happened. And I didn't realize that it corresponded with the birth of your son until you called later and
Yeah.
told us.
It was crazy. It was crazy. So Miles is Stormborn. Miles Stormborn Chandler.
I like it. Let's take some of them calls.
Let's do some calls.
Man.
Want to take some calls?
Also known as the Terrified Michelle Hour.
Okay. If we could keep it under an hour, I'd appreciate it.
All right. From December the 25th, 2021.
2021?
2021.
Wow.
Did I stutter?
Here comes Terrified Michelle.
Hi, TADPOG. This is Terrified Michelle.
Hi.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And tell you about the lovely things I have made for dinner, because I made Christmas around the world this year. And I know that cranberry sauce is a delicacy. But
I would. Have we had this discussion? Is cranberry sauce
love
a
cranberry
delicacy?
Sauce.
Is it a delicacy?
We can call Randy and ask him
I
right
think
now.
so. I think so.
Well, I always associated things that were delicacies with like hard to find
Things
or
that are rare.
I eat cranberry sauce like on a Tuesday. I mean, it
Like
just
Raul
goes
Julia
with,
killing
like
people.
Raul Julia.
In Street Fighter, the movie.
Man, you're bougie ass eating cranberry sauce on a Tuesday.
Just right out of the
This guy
can
flexing.
It's on your porch.
in my rocker. My PBR and my cranberry sauce.
your golden spoon.
Yo, cranberry sauce does go best with a fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon. Let's face it.
All right, Terrified Michelle continues.
But I made cranberry Christmas pudding instead, and it turned out good. And I made a sacher tort, and I made these Greek things with grape leaves.
Those are good.
Stuffed grape leaves, and that was hard. And I made wontons, and I made pierogies, and I made all kinds of ham. I did not make tamales, but I bought tamales. It was amazing. Everybody loved it. Oh, I made sausage stuffing. And yeah, but I just wanted to tell you all of that because it's awesome, and I thought that you might appreciate the food, and because I used a sauce for the wontons, I created a red pepper jelly sauce.
Nice.
I bought red pepper
Hell
jelly
yeah.
and then mixed it together to make the sauce. Okay, bye.
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 That sounds lovely.
Yeah,
Hope you had a good
it
Christmas.
does sound good.
I
It
love
does.
the shit out of stovetop stuffing.
Me too.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
I don't
Dude.
care for like the handmade, like give me the fucking shit
Dude.
out of the box.
My favorite part of Thanksgiving is the fact that when I go to my aunt's house, where we traditionally on like that side of the family where we have Thanksgiving, no less than 3 people will show up with different kinds of stuffing. If
It's
if
like
it's a good year,
hash brown casserole.
Yeah, if it's a-
everyone has hash brown casserole and stuffing.
if it's a good year, there will be 4, and I will get every one of them because they're all different, and I love them all. Like I love stuffing / dressing of like any kind.
Yeah, my mom makes dressing.
Yeah.
that's
So
definitely
explain to me the difference exactly because I don't really know.
To me, it's a texture thing.
Okay.
To where like a dressing is going to be baked for a long time, and a stuffing you can just do that like stovetop. Like
So my mother-in-law's
if
is
that's
like
the culinary definition, I don't know, but I know that they're definitely different.
my mother-in-law's has like almost dry-ish bread chunks in it. And I don't know what kind it is. It's fucking good though. It's really good.
Tanya makes a stuffing. It's like a recipe from her grandmother, but it also it's made with like stovetop as a base.
And
And
wrong with that.
she does
No,
it up,
no.
but she makes it with she chops up sausage and puts little chunks of sausage and mixes
Ooh,
that
I
in.
bet that's good.
And with like chicken stock and stuff, it's really
I'd
good.
like to go
It's really
on
good.
record again as saying I've never had anything made by Mrs. Chandler that wasn't fucking
Yeah,
delicious.
she's a good cook.
Well, see, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, makes the worst stuffing you've ever had in your fucking life. I mean, legendarily fucking terrible.
But keeps bringing it every year.
Oh yeah,
It shows up
I
every time.
avoid her on Thanksgiving It is so bad. Only my dad will eat it because he grew up on it.
What's wrong with it?
I guess she underbakes it because it tastes doughy. Like I don't know if she just puts chunks of dough. One, raw dough. It's awful.
It's like
Two,
a dumpling.
Oysters.
What the fuck?
Oysters.
What? No, get the fuck out of here.
Raw dough and oysters. It's a textural fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Hate it.
Such sins should not be permitted
No.
to exist.
That is fucking wrong on all kinds of levels.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
Yeah, my dad will just eat it up, but it's just
It's
like
funny.
I told my mom.
That
"This is-"
reminds
I remember like
me-
being like 8, like this is really bad. She's like, I know, don't you don't have to
Did
eat
I
it.
tell you about
You know when your mom says you don't have to eat it,
yeah.
that it's
yeah,
bad.
it's bad. So I don't know if I mentioned this before, and I don't want to like go off on a tangent, but did I tell you about my brother-in-law and Meatloaf? Have I ever mentioned
Meatloaf the rock star?
So yes, no,
Paradise
No,
by the
not-
Dashboard
by
Lights?
the Dashboard Lights. Yeah,
He wrote that?
yeah.
Bob had bitch tits?
Bad out of hell 1 and 2. No,
I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Yeah, not that. So I love Meatloaf. I think it's the singer and the meal.
Same.
I do too.
You know?
Same.
But like, I love Meatloaf.
Yeah,
and
Meatloaf's
like it's
great.
one of my
It's the
favorite
biggest
things.
thing we sell at the hospital.
And I used to always
hands
like
down.
my mother-in-law makes like super good meatloaf. So like for my birthday or whatever, I would always ask, be like, "Hey Karen, can you make me a meatloaf?" And she would.
Hey, you made
And
me
it's
all
awesome.
right, you know?
You know what I mean, meatloaf? You know what I mean, meatloaf? But like my brother-in-law was always like, "I fucking hate meatloaf. I won't eat meatloaf no matter what." And then at one point we had like a Christmas dinner or whatever at my brother-in-law's house, and his mother showed up and she brought meatloaf. And it was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen or eaten in my life. Like, it was fucking terrible. And I was like, that's why this guy hates meatloaf.
Right, he's never
Like,
had
he's
the
never
good
even
shit.
tried any other
'Cause it's
meatloaf.
his standard,
mom,
yeah.
like, made him eat this pile of shit while he was a child. And so he just decided, like, all meatloaf is bad, you know? And I was just like, dude, you gotta like try some of Karen's meatloaf. You know, like,
Eat it in front of your mom.
it's gonna change the
Just make
fucking
eye
world.
contact and just
Yeah, just look at her the
Make
whole
her sit in
time.
that chair in the hotel
I ain't
room.
even getting forced to eat this. I'm
remember
eating it
all
of
those
my own
times I
volition.
said I wouldn't eat your meatloaf. This is my mother-in-law's meatloaf, bitch. And it's fucking delicious.
And Karen's like, "How's that meatloaf? You like that meatloaf?"
He's
I
like,
do.
so good.
I do, Karen.
I love the noises you make when you eat that meatloaf.
Melissa's parents tried to have her make her eat it as a kid, and she was having none of it. So that was one argument she got in with her dad, that she slept at the dining room table because he's like, "You're not getting up to eat that." And she's like, "Fine," and just put her head down and slept at the dining room table.
Wow, that's
She eventually-
determination.
She
You gotta
eventually
respect
tried it,
that.
liked it, but was like too far in.
Yeah, you gotta commit to that grudge. Yeah.
And like for 30 years, then she was like, "Oh yeah, that's my
Finally
biggest
she left the
secret.
table.
I didn't like it."
Pick your battles, kids. It's fine. Stand up for yourself. Okay. Our calls continue. This one is from 505.
Motherfucking TADPOG. What up? It's Aaron. I am fucking drunk back from the bar. It's 8:49 p.m.
On December
too,
29th.
Aaron.
On December 29th, 2021.
3 years ahead of you, but
Eastern Standard Time. Wanted to talk a little bit about Secret Santa. I am very happy with the gifts I got from Secret Santa, and I am also very excited about the gifts I gave my Secret Santa E that I gave gifts to. Was very happy with my gifts, and I was very excited about that. And really love the community. You guys are always great. Don't know how to follow up on that.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's all right. We appreciate the compliment.
yeah.
Love the show. You guys are great. Love you.
Damn.
And Tropical Capricorn.
Tropical Capricorn.
Be glad you
See
didn't draw
as
me.
well.
Well, thank you, Aaron.
Chris got his. Just now.
Good to hear from you. Hope you're still a fan.
Indeed.
Even though we haven't played your call until now. We've got another call coming in from the 336 on December 29th, 2021.
Another fucking TADPOG. It's Backlog, Bannister Dane, and
drunk?
Okay, I'm more level with you. I'm drunk.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because I think, hold on, hang on. I got to pause.
Shatner drunk.
I want to say he said Tadpog Banisher.
Yeah, I think he did.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I think he did. Yeah.
It has been prophesied he slays us one day.
I'm going to run that back just for science. Promise. Happening now. There we go.
Another fucking TADPOG. It's Backlog,
No.
Bannister Dane.
He said backlog.
And
did he?
Okay, I'm more level with you.
We're drunk too.
I'm drunk. And I got another regretful recall for you.
Ooh.
Because this feels like a safe space, okay? So, I'm a couple of years younger than y'all, and my first RPG experience was Final Fantasy VII at like age 11 or 12. I don't know, but I was hooked, and Final Fantasy VIII was just around the corner, then Final Fantasy Anthology, and I got to play these SNES games that I totally missed. And I was like, dude, holy shit. And like Square could do no wrong. So,
For a while, they couldn't.
I'll be honest, I started emulating ROMs for games that I didn't pay for.
Thief! Turn it off!
I had the technology
No!
and-
We can't, nope.
Say
Sorry.
it ain't so, Dave.
Cody,
Say
spare
it ain't
him.
so.
God, I wish you hadn't said that. I'm so disappointed.
No one would ever do that.
Shit.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll play the rest of the call.
Might as well.
He continues.
Price was right. So I started hunting down all these old RPGs I'd missed out because I was playing platformers and shit. And everyone kept talking about this one on like forums and stuff, and it was called Chrono Trigger, and I'd never heard of it. And oh my fucking God, this game was awesome. The story, the time travel, the gameplay,
the music.
This was the dragon I'd been chasing ever since Final Fantasy VII.
I've never played Chrono Trigger.
Now, at this
God
point,
damn, it's great.
I feel
guess
like I need
for
to.
like the three people.
I do too. We talk about it. It comes up a lot.
Yeah, it's a great game. I don't know.
I'm not a big RPG guy.
I know. As much as I love the game, it's a hard recommend for someone who doesn't like RPGs because
Right.
it's essentially like.
Is it kind of the RPG, right? I mean, it's.
I mean, it depends on. I guess it depends on your definition because it's one of those words. I feel like it's an easy one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Chrono Trigger is like a real like accessible. It's like a nice entry point to RPGs.
All I gotta
but
know.
there's a lot. It's an RPG-ass RPG. You know, I
Right,
mean, you're gonna
right.
be doing RPG shit in it. And if you don't like doing the RPG shit,
I mean, because we heard
like it.
you like RPG,
right?
So we put some RPG
In your RPG,
Yeah.
yeah.
you could-
So you can RPG.
while you
RPG. But like, I mean, it would be like it essentially be like
dog.
if you were like, hey, here's the best baseball game ever made. I think you'll probably hate it. And I'll be like, yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't hate it, but like, I probably wouldn't I wouldn't love it.
Maybe I'll just stick with enjoying how much you guys love it.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, or, fuck it, give it a
Give
shot.
it a shot. I
No,
still
I
need
wanna-
Give it
I wanna
like an
try it.
hour, right?
Yeah.
Give
I
it like an
wanna try
hour, and then if you're not feeling it, fuck it, you tried it. And
I
then-
like Final Fantasy VI more, but I do think Chrono Trigger is more accessible.
Oh man,
Okay.
way more
So
accessible.
if you were okay with Final Fantasy VI, you might be.
Yeah, I was okay
you might
with
like
it.
Chrono Trigger.
All right.
Just
I'm willing to give
it's
it a
way
shot.
more accessible than
Yeah.
6.
All
Yeah.
All right. Drunken Dane continues.
Okay, great.
People out there who haven't played Chrono Trigger, I'm going to talk about the plot. So, spoilers, I guess.
Okay.
I won't remember this.
How old is
when
this
I was
game?
playing on the
How old
the
is
emulator-
it? 96, I think it came out.
I'm too drunk. I won't remember this.
Later, I didn't actually bother saving the game because I was a fucking wizard. I had save states and shit. So that's how I saved the game. Play until I couldn't stay awake. save state, pick it up tomorrow, exactly where I left off. Then I get to the final fight. It's in Zeal, where the game forces you into the fight with Lavos, and I couldn't win the damn fight. So, like, the moment my HP would hit 0, reload save state, like a filthy little shit.
I have fallen into that trap.
Obviously, I figured I was underleveled, so I did the unspeakable. I used Game Genie codes to beat Lavos. I'm not proud of it, but I was a boy. But I beat him. And then I get this bullshit ending where I'm transported back to the end of time, and there's a bunch of NPC sprites giving me messages from the game development team. No fucking closure whatsoever. I was like, why the fuck is everyone so obsessed with this damn game? This is bullshit.
So
he's got another call on here. He got cut off.
Okay. Do you want context or no? Yes.
Sure, I don't care.
You're supposed to lose Lavos in that fight.
Oh.
It's possible to beat him, but the way the game is designed is you're supposed to do it in New Game Plus. And one of the fun things about Chrono Trigger is it's a time travel RPG.
I've heard that. Uh-huh.
So
it's the Chrono.
Yes. If you beat the game at certain points, on New Game Plus, you can go fight the final boss at any time you want.
Okay.
And if you beat the boss before certain events have happened, then you get the ending of what would be if you had defeated the boss at
You're
that
like
point in
13
time.
endings or something, depending on where you beat it.
It's like a really cool. It's like one of the coolest things about the game.
Okay, that is a neat mechanic.
So what he
nothing
did,
like it at that time period.
So he leveled up and leveled up and leveled up until he was able to beat the boss,
Right.
and then he didn't.
That
know
he
what the
wasn't
fuck-
supposed to be.
right? Because he was using save states, he could just reload instantly as opposed to like letting it play out.
Gotcha.
Then he broke out the game genie.
He broke out the game genie codes. Okay,
I love
all right.
it.
Well, he's
I'm
got.
so sorry it happened to you.
I
am
could
too.
totally
That
see that.
sucks.
Like,
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The modern age. Okay, there is a follow up. He was cut off. We've got a couple more minutes of this, so here we go.
Hey,
Hey,
it's Dane again.
What's up, Dane?
what's up,
I got cut off.
Oh, it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I guess I got too into my rant.
No, it's fine.
But like the ending for Chrono Trigger, it pissed me off. It was fucking bullshit. And then like fast forward, I'm just jumping back into this. I'm drinking, but like fast forward, and then Final Fantasy Chronicles come out, and it's got like Final Fantasy V and Chrono Trigger. It's on the PlayStation 1.
Yes, sir.
And I decided to give it another shot so I can see those sweet anime cutscenes. And I get to that final fight against Lavos again, and I lose. And then out of the fucking blue, Chrono fucking dies, and the game keeps going. And I was like, what the fuck? I had no idea
He
there was
missed
more game
so
after
much
that
of the
final
game.
fight.
he missed
I
a good
cheated.
third of the game.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny.
To win. Apparently, I like glitched the game by winning the unwinnable fight without saving, and it showed me some secret dream project ending where you're only supposed to get in New Game Plus mode, and you fight Lavos with like just Chrono and Marl and I don't know, maybe Luca at the Millennial Fair. I don't know. It's been a long time. So like that's how I ruined my first experience with one of my favorite RPGs of all time by being a fucking cheater. A dirty fucking cheater. So, like, have you guys ever fucked up a game experience that hard? Because, I mean, like, 20 years later, I'm still kicking myself over this bullshit.
Dane, just do
No question about.
Just do one act of contrition, one Hail Mary, and you're fine. You're good.
That's Catholic right there.
That's all. That's all
Yes,
you
it
need,
is.
man.
I do have a I fucked up a game story, but not from cheating. I'm gonna play this out though.
Okay.
It's only got a few more seconds.
Okay.
Of Chrono, no Magus joining the party. I missed a huge chunk of the game.
Yeah.
Fuck me. So that's my regret for a call.
Hey,
back to drinking.
You still, first of all, thanks for the call. Second of all, you still enjoyed the game enough to be like, I'm gonna play it again. So like that's like I mean, honestly, that to me that's like a testament of Chrono Trigger because it's like, dude got like the weird ending, like the ending where you like
when you're not
cartoony
supposed to
developers,
get.
like the Japanese guys talking about.
Yeah, it's like supposed
Oh
to be
my
like the
God.
hardest ending to get, and you're still like, well, fuck it, I'll play that again. That's a pretty good fucking game. Right
That does
there.
sound.
I cannot imagine being a kid and getting that and be like, what the fuck is this?
But that Final Fantasy Chronicles, man, fuck those loading times. Holy shit! I remember being so excited because Final Fantasy V didn't get a release in North America until the Final Fantasy Chronicles on the PlayStation.
So what was Final Fantasy Chronicles? So
It was like a compilation.
it was like a 5.
Yeah, it had
and
Final Fantasy
others.
V and Chrono Trigger on it.
Oh, okay.
And there was an anthologies that had some of the other Final Fantasy games on it.
Gotcha.
Which I was hyped, dude. And then it was like, fuck these loading times. Holy shit. Because it's all CD based.
Yeah.
So it's like, God damn it. Yeah, man.
Fucking IDE cables can only handle so much.
No shit. But like the Chrono Trigger release on, and he talked about this, but on Chronicles, it had Akira Toriyama animations. So like Chrono Trigger Dragon Ball anime creator.
Okay.
So like, because he did all the character designs for Chrono Trigger. So like, you can go on YouTube. That's how I would suggest you check them out. Is go on YouTube because they're all there and they're really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's neat. But if you want to play the game, and don't want anything spoiled. Don't
that,
watch them on YouTube.
I had an incident like that where I wasn't cheating, but I was playing Zelda Twilight Princess on the Wii U. And I do love my Zelda.
Yes.
You have had every Nintendo console, haven't
I have.
you? Yeah.
Yes, I have. Sometimes multiple times. But I was playing through it and I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did wrong, but I was probably 2/3 of the way through the game. And it is a hard fucking game, as Zelda games tend to be. And I think I got to a point where I could not progress any further. I was in a spot I could not get out. I could not progress. I couldn't do anything. And I think maybe I had overlooked or forgotten to unlock something properly or whatever to move on to the next dungeon or the next level or whatever. But nothing I could do. I couldn't find anything that could help me figure out what the fuck was going on. I was just completely and utterly stuck. And I had to quit, and I never went back to it because I had worked so hard to get to that point.
Right.
I wasn't even trying to go back and do it all again. So yeah, it was kind of a bad day.
Yep.
Yeah,
I get it. I've lost my Final Fantasy VII save on a Mad Catz memory card.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that happening to me in high school and being like, well, that's kind of the worst.
How many hours? How many hours do you have on it?
A lot. And it was like at the time where I was playing it over at Nick's house too. So it was like, and that was, I've talked about this before. It was like Final Fantasy VII was like the reason I got a PlayStation because that happened to me. I remember buying the fucking cheapest memory card I could and bringing it over to his house so I could save my game and keep it separate from my friend Ben, who was living there playing the video game.
Who's living with Nick?
He was at Nick's house all the time because of Final Fantasy VII, and I remember being like, Nick would have like fucking schedule this shit where it's like,
Nick's got a fucking calendar app.
So I got it on the PC.
You got it from 3 to 6. He's got it from 6 to 9.
No, it was like first come first serve, and I could never get there first. And like, so I got it on the PC. PC port fucking sucked. And the reason I got it on the PC was because that Mad Catz memory card just fucking shit the bed. And yeah, I probably lost like 12 hours of progress, which doesn't seem like a lot, but in order for me to get that 12 hours, that was like days of like trying to get in and play.
That's a month of visits.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I also remember, I think I had mentioned before, me and Tanya played Wind Waker together on the GameCube. She navigated and I played the game.
Oh, she was your tingle?
Yeah.
She was my tingle. She's always going to be my tingle. But we had shit mapped out. We were fishing up all the treasures from the ocean. We had beaten the game And there was a part of the game where you get a camera, and one of the things that you can do in that game is go take pictures of the different bosses and monsters and things, and then bring them back, and they will craft a little statue for you that you keep in a room of. And so we were actually to the point of trying to get
Collect
the
all of them.
statues, because it was all that was left to do. And we played this game. We had hundreds of hours in this game at this point. And then Miles came along and
oh no,
erased our game off the card. And Tanya and I both just almost wept because it was gone forever, and there was no going back.
Yeah,
I even got Wind Waker for the Wii U after it got an HD release. And I couldn't play it. I couldn't do it because I just knew. I was like, nope, this will never be the same. So, me and Zelda go way back. All right, we got another call. Back in the 505.
Motherfucking TADPOG. Hey, what up, guys? It's Aaron.
Hey.
Heard you guys did all calls. I'm not caught up on the episodes yet. We'll see how those go. A little embarrassed to hear myself talking.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not drunk. I had a couple of beers. It's fine. So I'm a little behind on episodes. I heard you guys talking about BioShock again, and I wanted to see if you guys were still interested in bounties, because of Prey 2017 is very much a BioShock successor, and you guys should look into it. And I would like to see what you guys think about it. So, just think about putting bounties up again. That'd be pretty cool. I know Dave hated Metal Gear Solid, and that kind of killed bounties, but you think about it. It's another avenue to go down. All right, guys. That's Brew Pounder.
Hey, Brew Pounder.
Drinking beers. All right, guys. I'll touch you
Pound
later.
and Bruise.
Pound
if
and
you
Bruce.
will.
I don't know, man. I guess I came across as hating Metal Gear. I didn't necessarily hate Metal Gear. What I didn't like about the bounties was that I didn't like it being work to play the game. You know what I mean? Because it's like I didn't hate Metal Gear, but I would have enjoyed it a hell of a lot more if I would have gotten there naturally. Where I would have been like, you know what? I think it's time to give Metal Gear a fair shake, as opposed to being like, fuck, I gotta play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
I'll take your money. Oh, I hate it. Thanks for the money.
I mean, that was a really, that's not good for anybody. I don't really want the bounties to come back, but. I mean, fuck, if you guys do, you guys can do bounties. I can stay out of that. But
I wouldn't want to commit to a bounty. I wouldn't have the time. But speaking of BioShock, we talked about it last. I was like, oh, they got the Infinite Collection, and I'm going to get it. I did. Still haven't played it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I still keep finding myself reluctant for some reason to jump in and play it again. I don't know, because I don't know if it's going to feel the same. Tyler, I know you've played through it.
I went through the remaster 1 and 2.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I'm not the one to come to for a bounty by any means, because I can't reliably guarantee you that I will play the game that you buy for us. Unless it's Overwatch, which you don't have to buy. I will already be playing.
Well, what if John put a bounty out on Lord of the Rings Online?
I definitely would not play it.
I'm not above
I'll take your money. I'll take your money, but I'm not playing that.
You can already talk about it. You're good. You're already set away.
Game. It was so fun.
I'm not shitting on the game. I love the game. I just don't have time to play it, nor the desire. I had my run with it.
I get it. I'm hurt, but I get it. It's okay.
And y'all just want my superior tanking abilities, man.
Well, of course we do.
Who doesn't?
I'm not eating while I'm recording.
I tank. What do you want from me?
Yeah, we need trailer, okay?
Man, I can't believe he said Prey 2017, and that was like, fuck, that can't be right. And I just looked it up. Yeah, it was 2017. God damn it, man.
It keeps coming, doesn't it?
Fuck.
The hits just keep
6 fucking
coming.
years ago, I've been like, man, I want to play that. I think I own it.
Probably.
6 years.
Steam sale.
I want to play that. I want to play that. Fuck.
Okay. You want me to run another call?
Yeah, if you guys want.
Let's do one more.
One more. All right. Well, this one is. We may have to do a couple.
They'll send it there because it's pretty late.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Wait though. Altogether, it's less than 3 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
We'll run through these
Okay.
real quick. This is from 828.
Motherfucking Tadpog. It's your boy, Single Elegant, Classic Honk, Brew Pounder.
Hey, Brew Pounder.
Fuck, marry, kill. Dog farts, dog piss on the carpet, or a dog staring at you while you make sweet, sweet, sweet love with a Tinder profile date or married person, whatever you prefer.
All right, for the record, I don't give a shit about that.
Happy New Year.
No.
Guys, tell you what,
Nope.
that VR on that Quest 2, fucking fire. You guys are the best. Love you so much.
This was our
Bye-bye.
last. This was our last call from 2021.
Oh,
we
okay.
are now crossing into
Happy New Year.
2022. Okay, so we won't. We can. These other calls also come from Brew Pounder. We'll do those
Okay.
next week.
Okay.
But we can do the fuck, marry, kill
All right.
real quick.
I'm gonna marry the dog watching because I can give
totally.
a fuck
Yeah.
about that.
Don't
I mean,
care.
as long as the dog knows
Just stay off
you're
the
over
fucking
there,
bed.
right? And we're over here.
Yeah.
You can watch if you want. That's fine, but don't make it weird.
Same.
Absolutely.
Same.
I'm gonna kill. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna kill dog piss. Because I feel like I hate dog farts, but like that's gonna dissipate.
Oh,
and
yeah.
without me doing anything, dog piss on the other hand is like I gotta clean
No,
this up.
yeah, you got to work for that.
So I'm killing that. Yes.
Same.
And then you're.
I'm gonna fuck dog farts.
That's a fun new sentence.
You heard it here first on episode 713.
B.
Bravo.
713B. I'm gonna marry the dog watching you have sex, but I am going to kill dog farts.
You kill dog
I
farts?
can't stand it.
Yeah.
They linger. They're so fucking gross. and
They
then
do.
it's
They are real gross.
so
They do.
nasty.
They're bad, but I don't have to clean them motherfuckers.
But dog piss is easy to clean up, and I don't mind.
It's not like cat piss. I mean, cat piss is
Cat piss.
So
Cat
much
piss
worse.
Yeah.
God,
is
So much
worse.
worse. But there's more
100%.
dog piss. Well, I guess it depends on the size of your dog.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking dog piss.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You heard it here first.
I'm fucking
Episode
dog
713.
piss.
Speed.
One of the greatest sentences ever uttered by humans.
Also playing at the Civic Center.
Opening for. What was it?
I don't know. I was hoping you remember. I was waiting for you to say it.
Shit. It'll come to me.
Guess for me, it feels like it's situational. Like, if I'm fucking, then dog piss. Because I don't want to smell a dog fart while I'm doing that. If I'm just like sitting around, dog fart instead of dog piss. Because you don't have to get up and do anything. So it just, if
Well, I
I'm
feel
eating,
like-
I don't
feel
want to
like
smell a
the-
dog fart, but I'm like, I'll get that piss in a second.
I feel like dog watching is like separate from the other two, though.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
I mean, Bella's on the bed all the time. Like
Well, he's
I'm
saying
eating
the
that.
difference
I
between
got
dog
you.
piss and dog farts is the situation.
What's worse
I
for me
got
is the
you.
situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess in general, I'll side with Dave. Although there are situations where I would do the opposite. I would piss over farts or farts over piss.
Once again, another good sentence.
Yeah, man. This is Congratulations, you're making for some interesting linguistics.
Podcasting.
I think that's probably a good place to stop.
Yeah.
We'll pick
Yeah,
up with calls
2022.
next time
Yeah.
in January of 2022.
270-883-2555. Calls are back in POG form. Call us.
We've only got 418 more to go before we're caught up.
We should wager. We should
My
just
God.
throw when are we gonna get
all
through all
calls
that?
bingo type of thing,
Yeah.
or calls playing calls?
When are we
on the
gonna
air
get
bingo?
caught up?
Okay.
I can tell by the expression on your face that you're not like joking or fucking around.
No, he's definitely not joking.
18.
Someone make a prediction. I don't care. I'll give you some shit. If you can,
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Open it up.
Yeah.
Onto the Discord.
Yeah.
I was saying us at this table, but
No,
but
I'm
yeah,
talking about the listeners.
the listeners.
Yeah,
We're doing this
And
for
see,
all
they
of
can
them.
fuck with the metrics
Involve
too,
them.
because it's like if
Zach.
they
How
if they vote.
long
way out, they can make a whole bunch of calls and stretch it out.
Exactly.
Grim was wanting me to give him
So-
the answer to 3612. I told him no.
I'm sorry. John, don't answer. Have you listened to last week's episode?
Look at John's face.
Just have you listened to last week's episode? Okay. Last
I
week
listened to the
I
one
asked
before.
I asked the question.
Wait, is Aerobiz or
No, it was Kawasaki.
I'm listening to Aerobiz right now.
Okay. When you get through Kawasaki,
Okay.
the end of the show, I posed a question which has still not been answered. What is the significance of 3, 6, and 12, particularly to people that live in our area?
I didn't know it.
I'll tell you the answer after the show. If
I know what it is.
Okay, then don't say it.
Yeah, no, I know what it is.
Okay, so now that
It took me a minute,
Right.
Because I was thinking about a clock, but
if anyone can answer, I'll send you some stuff.
Their
from the toy
number's
box.
on a clock. I know that
no,
shit.
I know. Yeah, in this area, what that means.
I'll send you some stuff from the toy box. But also, sure, put it out there. If you guys want to start making predictions of when we will get to 0 calls, and you've got to be specific. This is, let's say,
Man, guessing by episode number, it might be
not
713.
episode number. Yeah, 713
Now,
ZZZZZZQ.
I feel like it's a time, right? Like you got to call a time.
Yeah, call
like
the time that you
like
think.
a year and a month, or do you need to be more specific? Than
I'd say
that?
it's fair. I'd say a year and a month would be okay.
I feel like a year and a month.
Okay.
Because
If-
400, like,
If you want to try to get it down to the week of the month, the first, second, third, or fourth week of the month, because we usually are 4 episodes per month.
okay.
Yeah. Maybe I'll send you a little more.
You can have the
Get it that
podcast.
Right. You can have it.
That's just the way it works.
The deed over to you.
We'll go down to the courthouse together.
Yeah, yeah.
You give us $1. That's to make it, the
Yeah, so you don't have to pay taxes on it because you don't want to pay taxes on this, man.
We'll give you the historical podcast license
Yeah.
plate.
But with a rider that all the Patreon money still comes to us.
Right, yeah.
And not to you.
There is that.
And you have to keep doing it every week.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Under penalty of jail time.
It's like Jafar. You become Jafar.
You do.
Just very mediocre cosmic power. Itty bitty listener base.
All right, Tyler, let's wrap it up.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Not SoundCloud, Spotify, all over the place. But hey, do you want to send us something? Something for us to open? I know Chris Vaughn is sending us a package of stuff for the show.
Send us something to open.
Oh, there we go. Open.
Something maybe we could eat.
TADPOG CEO's care of Nicole Nance.
And eat it.
3785 Kentucky 42002. Dave gave our numbers, all sorts of stuff going
I'm gonna
on.
spread that box open, stick my face in it, and just eat.
Draw pubic hair.
That's so
With a
much
big
pubic hair.
bush. Big, thick bush.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I got some hair in my teeth. Oh.
Damn, this pussy got all the fixins.
Sorry, Terrence.
No.
No, that one was worth it.
Not at all.
Most importantly, we got that Patreon.
Patreon.com/TADPOG is where you can go to give us some money. We like money, and we like you more if you give us money. So give us money at patreon.com/TADPOG. We have people that give us money every month in the amount of $20 or more per month that are our executive producers, and I want to read that list of names right fucking meow.
This spot brought to you by money.
Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, who upped his donation.
Yes, Link. Thank you.
Thank you.
Damn. Thanks, Link.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime, Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Princess, Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Terrandall. Congratulations on your marriage. Pinball Airplane Archmage, Chris Edler. Sorry you couldn't be on this episode. John, you will get that joke when you finish Aerobiz.
I'm sure I will.
Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first time caller, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Dig Dougie, and Derek Pope Sandwich. Thank you all so much.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks to everyone who donates.
Yeah.
We really do very much appreciate it. We are, in fact, currently brainstorming and working on our next round of bonus content that is coming. Sorry for the delay on that. Also, as always, thanks again to Backlog Banisher Dane.
Yep. Thank
we
you,
don't
Dane.
judge you for being so drunk when you call us
God,
because you give of yourself personal time to put our show on YouTube every single week. And that's despite all of the content flags that we get, because I just do not give a shit and use copyrighted material to transition between segments. So thank you, Dane. Once again, thanks to all of our listeners. Spread the word about the show. Tell people about it. We really like to talk, and we love for people to hear us talk. And then if you want to talk to us about what we talk about, bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. You can join the conversation. Tell us what you think about the stuff we drafted. If we left some good comic strips out this week.
Oh God, I know we did.
I'm sure
I'm dreading the drive home because it's going to be like, oh, I forgot about this.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, come on in there, talk to us. We're in there all the time. Love to hear your feedback. And I think that's it.
Yeah, cool.
So our theme song is Moves from Sycamore Drive. I linked to that track from the show notes at TADPOG.com. How you guys want to close it out?
As our favorite bowler?
Yeah, okay. I love it.
So until next time.
Tropical
Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Figure that's just what a bowler would sound
Yeah,
like. Just
okay.
anybody.
Yeah.
I was Ian.
No.
Oh.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Thanks, Tyler.
So I had a discussion with Tony. He sent me a TikTok saying, this is what I imagine people from your neck of the woods sound like when they talk about Naruto. So, in the tradition that Tony mentioned, I will now do a Kentucky reading of a monologue from anime. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I hate a lot of things, and I don't particularly like anything. What I have is not a dream, but I will make it a reality. I'm going to restore my clan and kill a certain someone.
That was good. That was good.
Thank you, Redneck Sasuke.
I feel like Redneck Sasuke needs to show
New Steam
up.
name.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a good one.
I feel like Redneck
Almost
Sasuke
as good as that
needs
shit
to-
I can't think of.
The band
needs to
name.
show up
Yeah.
every now and then, you know.
If only we had recorded that.
Yeah, right?
Fuck. Lost forever.
Uh-huh.